Yes.
Oh, yeah.
100 episodes of the Wild Times podcast.
Cheers,
Cheers.
guys.
Cheers. Oh, yeah. Cheers.
We always said we'd be rich by episode 100, and here we are.
Hang on, though. It's not playing for some reason yet.
91 viewers.
It's not playing?
Here it says it's not working. It's not working.
Are they, pull up the chat. Can they see us?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Here we go.
Says it's playing.
Yeah, we're good now. We're good now.
Okay.
Also,
All right,
Pat.
guys, welcome.
Pat,
This is the 100th
you can look at the chat
episode.
here.
Oh, Paul Graybart's
That's okay.
here. I like that.
That's good.
We got
That's great.
Josiah, we got Alex. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, what's up? What's
Yeah.
up? What's up, everybody?
Here we go. And now my mic is on.
Yeah, baby. Last time we did a live for us, just you and me. People told me not to scream in the mic as much
Matt
this time.
McHugh is on. Broccolio.
First of all, listen, we're not going to do the intro and all that. You know who we are. You wouldn't be here.
Agreed.
Secondly,
welcome anyways.
But welcome. Secondly, for all of those that are tuning in at 2 p.m. on a, what is it, Wednesday?
I have no idea.
Sure is.
Yeah, get out of here. Go get a job. What's the matter with you people?
They're all watching at
They
work,
took the
mate.
day off, man.
Oh.
Charles Darwin says
wow,
what's
the
poppin'.
Charles Darwin is here.
Wow.
That's nice.
I didn't know he was still alive. I thought he was extinct.
No, he's good. But this is big. This is the 100th episode of the Wild Times. We've got your comments streaming live. We've got Kyle in studio with us here today. He is managing everything. Of course, Papa Piga's over here.
Cheers, mates. My spirit animal.
He's got his blob. By the way, you guys got to do more blob fishing. We thought we'd
Yeah.
get more than this. I think we have 4 submissions so far.
Hashtag blob fishing. But I do like the one guy who made a whole new account
Yeah,
on
yes.
Instagram and just followed us, and it's called blob fishing.
Yeah,
Put
that's
one
huge.
picture of him blob fishing. By the way, remind him what blob fishing is. God, we're morons.
No, I like it. I think blob fishing could get huge. And Patrick is here, of course, because I mentioned the other
Yes.
two. He is going to help us make the podcast brilliant, as though it is. A dangerous animal next to Pat. He has no idea.
Dude.
Randy K, you have no idea. It's not even a joke. Explain what's going on over there, Patrick.
Well, Charlie's just out of frame, and he's really acting like he's very cute and lovable, which he is at times.
Tickle
Yeah,
his
he
belly.
is at
You should
times.
tickle his belly.
That's a way to lose a finger. I am truly one bad move away from a grumpy dog biting the shit out of me.
Yeah, he's
So-
very erratic.
It's a thylacine. Get Neil Waters, Luke YouTube says. Dude, thank
is
you
good.
everyone for being here. We started this podcast on the very first episode.
Yep.
In
March
Forrest's
2020.
garage.
Yep.
We talked about a news item that was circulating about this disease called COVID and whether we thought it was going to be a big deal or not.
Wild.
The following week, we were canceling shoots.
Right.
Season 3 of Extinct or Alive was canceled.
Quarantined at home.
Quarantined at home. So we started this before COVID was a big thing in
Yep.
the U.S.
Yep.
We started this podcast before Peter even knew that he was going to ever have a kid in his life. He's
That's
got a kid
correct.
now.
I
was not married. I
You're
didn't have a
single.
kid.
I was close. Yeah, I was. I was
were
single.
single.
Yeah.
I was single.
A lot's
Now I'm
changed.
married.
A lot
Lots
has
changed in a
changed,
couple
yeah.
years. Thank
Yeah.
you guys
100
for
episodes. I still remember, and I shouldn't admit this out loud, I still remember being like, COVID's so stupid. It's like bird flu. It's like we're all going to be worried about
did
it
say
for a
that.
week, and then it's all going to fuck off.
You did say that.
And I was wrong.
Nice mullet, Forrest.
Thank
says
you.
Raul.
Thank you. I'm working on it. Oh, wrong way. I'm growing out the back and getting the sides shaved. I'm trying to get a full mullet. I don't have to be on camera as far as I know, so I'm going full mullet.
How you all doing out there in YouTube land? Is anybody drinking in the middle of the day right now with us?
Tap your wife's house.
mate.
Look at Matt McHugh's comment.
Retap, your wife's house looks lovely.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. You look lovely too, Matt McHugh. Been here since day one. I love you.
Somebody's asking what the brews are. What do we got? We got some fat tire in the bowl.
Fat tire in the ball.
I got one
And-
of those Sierra Nevada sunny little things that I stole from
And
my
Patrick
wife.
made us cocktails. What'd you make us?
Lovely Bombay Sapphire.
Very nice.
And tonic.
Cheers. Yeah. Nothing
Cheers,
like-
everybody.
Nothing like a midday drink during the work week.
JS2 is smoking a fat blunt. That's
All right, we need some questions, guys. Part of making the podcast live and fun is questions to answer.
And
I
if
saw
you want-
one question. I'm
if
going to
you-
answer.
If you want your question to be bumped up, throw us $1. You can do
Oh
that.
yeah, that's right. Peter's very, very poor.
He's a businessman.
He's a businessman.
It takes
I
a
have a
lot of
child.
air conditioning to make these vaulted ceilings work with the cooling. You know what I mean?
right.
Thank you. It costs $750 a
Oak
month
Dagger says, "Can you try Extinctor Live with a different network?" Forrest, what do you think of that?
Can you bring that question up on there?
Yeah, I think
we
we
don't
could.
need him.
I don't know. I don't really know how that works, to be honest. They obviously the network obviously owns the rights to that show and that
That
name,
title, of course,
that
yeah.
brand. But I'm sure we could tweak, fiddle, and do it somewhere else.
Could try. It's tough to do. It's tough
It's
to
tough
do.
to sell any TV right now. The buyers are less and less, and like the world's weird.
James Izzard says he just sent 20 pounds. I don't know if he's joking.
Wow.
Well,
so does he have a
James-
question?
Nope,
Question
just
from James?
donating.
Thanks,
By the
All right.
way,
Okay, take off, James. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raul. Everybody's talking about my looks, bad or good. I like it. I don't care.
Kyle, you got to start pinning some comments, man. They're coming in quick.
Exactly. I saw a comment a little bit ago, they just wanted to know if you would ever dive with orcas for us.
That's a great question.
That is a good question. Would I ever dive with orcas? That is in my top 3 bucket list things to ever do. What are you doing?
Peter's losing his fucking mind
Peter,
over
you're
here.
falling apart. Sorry.
listen
All right.
to me.
Yes, I'm ruining the live. Peter's ruining the live. Would I ever dive with orcas? That is in my top 3 bucket list items to do. I've never done it.
You had a chance to.
In Alaska?
Yeah.
I did. But so the way that whole thing shook out is we rushed out onto the boats and went like 7 miles from where the stuff was and didn't
Right.
have the dive gear with us. And I wasn't hopping into my skivvies in Alaska at 1 in the morning.
People do it. I've seen videos of free divers with orcas.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff like
plenty. What you got to do is you got to target ray or fish specialists, not mammal eating specialists. So certain orcas, transient orcas, there are certain ray eating groups. We've talked about this a lot on the pod. Like certain ones that target rays to eat and target fish to eat, and then there's ones that eat mammals. You don't want to hop in with the mammal eaters.
that. Understood.
But my buddy Mike Nolte, he lives down in Bay of LA. If you guys don't follow him on social media, it's a great follow, by the way. Nutty Nolte is his handle. In fact, actually, Kyle, pull this up, or maybe you can't pull stuff up in this. I don't know.
I can.
Okay, Kyle, pull this up. Go to Instagram, go to Mike Nolte's page. He put up a video of me today, actually, coincidentally. Like I said, this guy's an incredible follow on Instagram. He chases the orcas around all year long. Like that's one of the reasons he lives in Baja is he's like waiting for the orcas. He hangs out in Bay of LA. Whenever they come in, he goes out and films with them. And he put this video up of me that Kyle, you shot this, didn't you?
No, I think that was either Mike or Johnny.
Is that an
Oh,
orca?
okay.
Is that an orca?
No, those are gray whales.
Oh, okay.
1, 2 and a calf, 3, 4, 5 gray whales and a calf. Right there, and that was with Mike. Well, Kyle was there with me. He didn't shoot it, but he was there when we did this, so that was pretty
Very
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
Can we bring the chat back up? Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle, do me a favor. Bring the chat back up. If you get a good question, click on that question in the chat, and it'll bring it up on screen for us so we can focus on it.
Okay, here we go. A zillion more questions. This is good.
Other than herpetologists, what group of scientists knows the the least amount about their group?
Oh, good question.
Because you've made fun of herps, because you are one.
Yeah, we just decided to make a shirt, Herp Nerds.
Other than herpetologists, what group of scientists knows the least about their study subjects? Botanists. It's got to be botanists.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like
no, mycologists. It's got to be mycologists.
Was that mushrooms?
Mushroom studiers?
They only
studiers.
they only focus on the magic mushrooms.
Well, no, I just think that like it's like we learn more and more about fungus like every year, and like now it's all trendy and topical. I think Joe Rogan made it topical, but like
Sure, yeah.
it's like now there's like Paul Stamets has these specials on Netflix and stuff. But I feel like until then it was just like these are mushrooms.
Right.
You know?
Well, and then you find out all this interesting, crazy stuff about them, like they communicate underground.
Someone just super chatted that they want me to take my shoes off.
Join the crew.
Okay, you got to do
I
it.
got to join the barefoot crew.
Hey guys, been a fan of the pod since Peter's creation of a bat, snake's head, and needlepoint rat tail.
That was a good one.
And then their question was Animalcon update.
I'm going. I booked my tickets yesterday.
Great.
Yeah. Animalcon, Orlando, Florida, August 26th through the 28th, I'm guessing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you. Orlando, Florida Convention Center, Animalcon. I'll be there. You guys can't make it, right?
No, I have a baby now,
Yeah,
and
that's
there's
life.
COVID, so I cannot go. But Forrest will
Patrick's
definitely
doing
pass.
foot porn right now.
Forrest will definitely
Just gonna
pass
display
all of
my
your insults
truffle
to me like he
shuffle
always does.
socks.
Pass on insults.
Yeah, like you always, if somebody like has an insult, you send me a video of them saying it whenever you meet the fans.
No, anytime I meet a fan, they
you pull that back
immediately insult you. So
It's great.
You
I
know.
love it. It really makes me feel good.
So that's the Animalcon update. Forrest is going to be there. Don't kill him.
Please
if you
don't.
are a stalker of Forrest Gelante, don't
That's
kill
how
him
you
at
pronounce
Animalcon.
it.
Somebody asked a question: if you could eat one of the weirdest animals without consequences, what would it be?
I've always wanted to eat a Garibaldi.
What's
You
a
know
Gar-
what
I don't even know what that is.
It's our California state fish. Kyle, pull up a picture of a Garibaldi. Are the people seeing this in the live when you pull up a picture? or
They're
not?
looking at exactly what we're looking at, mate.
Oh, well, I'm confused. If the
will
California state
We
fish
did
is a
say that.
Garibaldi,
He doesn't
it
know
looks
about
like
tech.
an ocean goldfish. And
It
it's-
really does.
And there's no reason that it should be illegal to kill them or anything because there's zillions of them. It's just because they're the state fish. And I'm just like, you know what? I want to eat one.
Yeah.
I want to taste the
But,
carrot. I'm sure they don't
aren't,
taste good.
but aren't
based on-
goldfish carp and they're like notoriously
Yes, but
disgusting?
these are not. These are damselfish.
But they look. Oh, damselfish.
It's a different group of fish.
They're horrible fish. I had one in a saltwater tank, and it was.
They can be.
It was very easy to raise and keep alive, unlike every other fish I had in the tank. But it was very aggressive and attacked all of the other fish and ate the shrimp that I
Yeah,
had.
that's pretty accurate. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to eat with no consequences. I'd like to eat a Garibaldi just to say I did.
Pat, pufferfish, blowfish.
Patrick is reading every comment.
I know.
I am. I feel
Studying them.
bad.
Yeah.
There's so many good ones that are coming in hot
Just
and
let
heavy.
Kyle pull them up. If there's a good one.
What would I eat? I would eat a motherfucking pepperoni pizza, but
Is
I
that a
want it
fish?
to be as good and as exciting as it was when I ate pizza when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like I eat it too much now
That's
Yeah.
the
'cause
weirdest
I
animal
control
you'd
the
eat?
money.
Yeah.
I eat pepperoni. It's a pig.
So you want like in the pepperoni to have?
I'm desperate to eat sea turtle. Says burnt toast. Hey, I want to. This
I
one.
wanna eat a
Nick
thylacine.
something says, Forrest, I went to your high school. Did you have Mr. Hurley as a teacher?
Yes, I did. I did have Mr. Hurley.
Where
Nick,
did you go to high school?
Coast Union High
In
in
California?
in Cambria, California.
Tell us about Mr. Hurley. What was
I
he
don't
like?
remember which teacher he was, to be
Awesome.
honest.
Well, whoever
I
asked
can
that
remember
question,
a bunch
tell
of the
us.
different. I can remember a bunch of the different teachers' names. I don't remember what Mr. Hurley taught.
Do you think he was the inventor of the Hurley clothing line?
Indeed, that's why he was working at a small high school making
As $20,000
$20,000 a year.
Go
as a
America.
sub. Yeah.
All right, what do we got here?
Go America.
Y'all are awesome.
Brody
making-
Miller, yes. I'll talk about that later. We do have a really cool series coming out in November about Yellowstone. It'll be on
Yes.
Fox.
Question. Thank you, Dr. Terminator. He's been here.
Terminator, that's our artist.
Terminator.
Yeah, he's been here.
He's the artist,
for,
isn't he?
For all the
No,
lives.
it's Dave.
Thanks for the $20. Y'all are awesome, making any wildlife topic fun and attributing to science. Question: when is the inevitable prehistoric creatures battle royale hybrids? Totally not an excuse to draw them. He wants to draw them. There
Oh,
we go.
sick. Oh, we can do that today.
Prehistoric
Can we?
creature
Sure.
battle royale.
We could do that today.
It's gonna be
I
tough.
think we
'cause
should do it today.
All right.
I don't know my dinosaurs as well as you guys, but well,
That's a
probably
great
better than
call,
you,
Doc.
It's
but-
gonna be hard, yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't have a computer in front of
Keith
me.
Fernandez, bros, should I get another ferret?
Yeah, 100%.
You should get several more
Yeah,
ferrets.
here's what you want to do, Keith. You're going to want to go ahead and buy yourself a trailer, move in there, forget any idea, any semblance of dating.
Yeah,
and just
get rid of your
cats-
job.
Get rid of your job. Cats and ferrets.
And peacocks.
yeah, and peacocks, like 12 of each.
They are a smelly animal.
Yes, they are.
Austin Long. This is a question for Peter.
What happened to my painting of the broccoli? It's,
Yeah, where
it's in
is
the
the
office.
broccoli
It's in
pin? Oh,
it's in
that's
every
right.
one we do.
That's right, that's
but
right.
there's an NFT out there, and you can purchase it, the sole rights to it digitally for only $1 Bitcoin. $1 Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes down to $1, you buy
Wait,
that.
you actually made an NFT out of your broccoli?
Yeah.
Did you actually?
I don't. Yeah.
He knows how to do this kind of shit.
Um,
If you could get a dinosaur as a pet, it's scrolled off. It's scrolled
Well,
off.
so
the
what
screen.
dinosaur would you have as a
here it
pet?
is.
And it only grew to the size of a large dog.
Oh,
What
that's a
dinosaur would
great
you get?
one.
Someone else, before we do this, someone else just said they better not call plesiosaur a dinosaur again.
People are very upset at you guys for calling plesiosaur dinosaurs.
Why isn't it a dinosaur?
Tell us in the chat.
Yeah, hoodoo voodoo. Let us
Yeah,
know.
somebody tell me why a plesiosaur isn't a dinosaur. So my answer to this one is a mosasaur.
Fuck yeah.
Tell us
I would
about
have-
it.
A mosasaur, I think it was the largest aquatic predator in history. Big,
Pretty cool.
giant, mean underwater reptile.
Okay. So
You
you'd
know,
have
I
it in
love,
a-
like
you'd-
crocs and turtles and
Yeah.
things. I'd get a Labrador-sized mosasaur in a big fish tank, and
You wouldn't put it in your
That's-
pond, your
that's-
goldfish
No, I
pond?
want it in a fish
That's
tank.
that's a bad answer.
That's
That's
a
a big
centerpiece.
fish
That's a
tank.
centerpiece in the house.
That's an objectively shitty answer.
No, okay.
Pat?
You don't
What
have
do
a
you got?
tank big enough to keep it, and
Not
nothing.
yet.
Dude, what would be fucking cuter than a Stegosaurus that was the size of a Labrador?
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty nice.
I'm going to go with a Stegosaurus Rex. It's a combination.
Nope.
All right, fine. I'll go just T-Rex. Because, come on. The little arms
What
just
are you gonna
running
do
around.
with a T-Rex?
A miniature one, dude, with its little arms? First of all, it would be for security.
Okay, by the way, a wolf is the size of a Labrador, right? Are you going to get a wolf because it's a miniature wolf?
No,
Exactly.
listen. I'm adding to this
Exactly.
question. It would be domesticated and only attack when I told it to.
That's not what the comment said.
Listen, it's fine.
Pterodactyl's a good answer.
Marine reptiles are not dinosaurs, apparently.
Daniel Cool wants you to take
No.
your shirt off so you can get chastised like you did on that one video.
Not a question. Take your shirts off. Not doing that, Daniel.
Daniel,
didn't get
calm
spray tanned.
down.
I'm much too fat.
Matt McHugh. When is-
We were gonna do. By the way, we were gonna do
Hot tub.
a hot tub, and that was like the plan. And then Peter was like, "I'm too fat. We're not doing the hot tub live."
100%. It's not acceptable at this time and moment in history. But maybe one day, if you guys can give me the motivation to get skinny again.
I need to learn more about this. I didn't know marine reptiles were not dinosaurs.
I will admit I know very little about dinosaurs, except I haven't learned anything new since I was 8
right,
because I loved them.
but you did hang on to that knowledge.
Logan Williams, this is a new record for Pat not using the bathroom.
I
Love
haven't
it.
gone pee, Logan, on a podcast in
How do you pee on a podcast? Like you just pee on the mic?
no diaper.
No, you know he does that. He's like,
Diaper.
I diaper it.
I made sure he went to the bathroom before the live.
he does. Does depends. Oh, there's a good question. Daniel Gonzalez said, "When is the Baja Trip GFC video coming out?" We're gonna share that on the Patreon before it goes live.
Excellent.
Next week. I'll
James
put it-
Izzard.
put it out next
Forrest
week.
got more seasoning on the bottom of his feet than the steak I had earlier. Did you rub that shit in lemon pepper?
Yeah, it's nice. You want a little tasty?
Brody asked about for
I'd
an
rather kill
alien
myself.
update, alien conspiracy update, and I'll just say this. Disclosure is coming, my friend. Look up Lou Elizondo. It's coming soon.
You're going off the charts.
There's-
Rein
no,
it back in.
He asked. He
Rein it
asked.
back in. Listen, guys, if you're watching this live, if you make a donation, your question goes to the top. That's how it works because we are getting so many comments and so many questions.
Sorry, guys. Because there's a lot
Sorry
of
about
fun ones.
our ADHD with all the chat coming. Maybe take the
No,
chat
but this
off.
is what
No,
we
no,
said we
leave
were
it.
going to do. This
Okay.
is part of the live. It's
Okay,
the
think
100th
about
episode.
what Tomcat Fitness is saying here. You believe that?
I've tracked hundreds of Australian feral cats in my life. They are evolving into real monsters in the outback. Some of them outsized caracals and bobcats. I
Wow.
can capture one and show you all. Tomcat Fitness LLC. You're right. This is he's not wrong. I do believe
Wow.
it. It's been viral in the news lately. I'm sure Tomcat and some of the other bros news have seen it. People are, and Kyle, maybe you can pull this up. Feral cats Australia, giant size, whatever. These cats in the outback have no predators and unlimited prey. They're getting fucking huge.
Sure.
Huge.
What? That's crazy.
And people are out hunting them, which, by the way, it's one of these things everybody's like, don't hunt if you're into conservation. Please go and shoot these cats. They do so much damage. They are so hurtful to Australia. Please go and shoot these cats. If you live in Australia, kill these cats.
Daniel Cool is really big into hunting for conservation and knows
Feral
quite a bit
cats
about it.
pushing 40 pounds, Daniel Cool says. I mean, that is much
Well,
larger
listen,
than
so
a
how does
cat.
that happen? Is that like a goldfish going into a fucking aquarium and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, or is it actually evolving?
No. Well, it's evolving is the wrong word. They are selecting to be bigger. What's happening is there are no predators,
Yeah.
and there is unlimited food, and the food's big too, like wallabies and kangaroos and things like that.
Sure.
So the bigger you are as a cat, the more effective you can be as a predator, and so they're just getting bigger.
I got an idea. What if we started feeding kangaroos steroids so they get jacked like that one kangaroo, and then they could just take out all the cats?
Well, they don't.
They're
I've
not
got a better
aggressive.
solution.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Prime Minister of Australia called me and said,
That's good.
How do
About
we
time.
fix this cat thing?
Yeah.
It's going to cost you $3,500. A business class ticket. You're going to fly Matt McHugh in,
Yep.
Yeah.
and he will kill all of those cats.
With a
I
machine
like it.
gun.
Yeah.
and just some snacks and shit.
Some snacks.
Brad Owens, Super Chat. Have you guys seen Coyote Peterson's new Bigfoot find? Longtime brostener tuning in from Newfoundland.
I think we touched on this a little bit on one podcast.
We did, but we never did the
98.
follow-up. So
Yeah.
it is a hoax, guys. And he says, because I dug into this because I must have got 1,000 people messaging me about this.
Yeah.
He says in the beginning of the video, or maybe it's a separate video, I don't even remember anymore. He's like, this is what I would do if we actually stumbled on a Bigfoot skull up in the Pacific Northwest. So that whole thing's like a scripted video.
It's
like
the
a whole,
it's the biggest clickbait ever. Like, it's not just a headline; it's a whole story. I mean, listen, I don't agree with that, man. I hate that shit. That's some bullshit. You can't. That's like, dude, that's ridiculous.
I mean,
that's silly.
it all depends what your objective is, right? He probably got 10,000 new followers or subscribers or whatever out of it, or a million or whatever. And if that's your objective, fine. But, it doesn't really do anything.
10 million
Creation,
angry
does it?
subscribers. Raul, Pat, stop twitching your foot.
Impossible. I've gotten yelled at on multiple planes
I
because
sat
can't
next
stop
to
moving my
Patrick
fucking
going to
leg.
New York City for 6 hours, and his leg went like this for 6 hours the whole
Dude,
time.
it's the
It's a
best.
disorder.
It is the best with a newborn, though,
Disorder.
because it puts them to sleep.
It does.
It's fantastic.
Kelly M. Going to Vernal, Utah, where we did Blind Frog Ranch. Yes, the Vernal Brewing Company. That I take all my meals there. Their pizzas are lovely. And they have a bunch of a beer that they make right there that's
nice.
fucking delicious.
Nice.
Definitely go to Vernal Brewing Company.
There you go.
For this next one, would you rather face an enraged moose or an engaged muskox?
Engaged.
The muskox is not going on their honeymoon. It's
it's
enraged.
not a
Listen,
marital
I'm
situation.
taking the muskox because fuck you, Pat. All right.
Would
Oof.
you rather face an enraged moose or an enraged musk ox in their natural habitat? Musk ox.
Because it's more open.
Yeah, the habitat's more open.
Yeah.
The musk ox is a little bit more cumbersome. Moose are very fast. They're very agile.
Yeah.
They're just more aggressive. I don't want to deal with a pissed off moose.
Dude,
Alex, can you poke the dog?
You're just fucked either way.
Yeah.
You're going muskox?
Yeah.
I am too. Moose, when you see a full-grown moose in the wild,
Yeah.
it is so intimidating. They
Oh,
are
dude, look at this muskox. So it's huge. It's a beast.
But
It's
there's,
like a
there's
wildebeest.
something about
Winning.
the
Those horns.
the anatomy and stature of that I find I could take on more than a moose. Pull up a moose, Kyle. Like, you can't even reach the moose's head.
I saw a video of a moose that just rammed a car the other day.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a no-brainer for me. I'm going muskox all day. I'm not saying I'm winning either way, but
Wait, you're going muskox or moose?
I would rather take on a muskox
Gotcha.
than a moose.
Yeah.
Yep. When is Forrest going back on Joe Rogan?
I ask him
And do you
every
think-
week. I
He
literally
does
text him every week.
every week. And actually, Joe asked me to come in July, but as I told him, I'm like, the only thing I've done, that I could really update you on is this Shark Week show, this
Or
Papua
this
New Guinea.
podcast that you
And
do.
let's wait until I have a better story to tell you. So
Well, there's a huge story. This wild time.
You started,
By the way,
you started a podcast, but the second question is, because I think we got to get to these questions are coming in hot and heavy here. We're going to have to
It's
do
a
quicker
lot.
answers. Do you think the Carolina
We got-
Panther could still be alive?
well, I think Carolina Panther meaning Eastern Mountain Lion, right? Is that
Yes.
what? That's what.
I
Very
think
hot
it's the
topic.
same.
Sorry.
Very hot topic.
What?
The Eastern Mountain Lion.
It is. It always is. This one's tricky. We've talked about this before on the podcast. Mountain lions were eradicated Eastern mountain lions were eradicated, and then they brought mountain lions back from California, put them in Florida. That sort of spread out. And then, some people see mountain lions in states that say they don't have them, but they're very transient animals. They travel a lot. They're not, they're very capable of covering huge distances. Long story short, I suspect that the Eastern mountain lion was not ever wiped out fully. But at this point in time, with Western mountain lions being reintroduced into the East, they've all been crossbred.
Yeah.
The genetics are a mess. It's just
Yep.
a big muddy puddle of different cougars on the eastern seaboard.
like older
Absolutely.
ladies who like to have sex with younger
Yes,
boys.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Just making sure.
Yep.
I agree with you, Raul. I should go on Rogan. He didn't invite me. It's weird.
I think it'd be very entertaining. on
Oak
Rogan.
Dagger. Forrest, any updates from Didic from the Javan Tiger Extinct or Alive episode?
So, yes, I don't know. I don't remember if this was in the show or not. Didic gave me some fur. Was that in the show?
I don't think so.
I don't think it was. He gave me some fur that he collected, and sadly, the genetic analysis of that was inconclusive. It came back as a false, basically. And I talked to Didic about once a year, and he's still on his quest. He still doesn't have anything definitive. He still gets reports like once every few months of a tiger.
Yeah.
That's it.
We think the tiger's there somewhere.
I do.
right? Yeah,
I do.
absolutely.
Strongly. Yeah.
John
strongly.
Machete. Wife is pregnant with twins. How screwed are we?
Pat, I'll let you go first because you had a kid first before me.
It's fucking insane. I mean, I don't know. I have a friend who has twins. She's like my hero because I'm like, I do not know how you could double the workload. The good news is 2 years from now, you'll be like, cool, we got it over with.
It's done. You're over the hump.
We don't have to do it again, whereas all of us are just going to have to be fucked all over again if we do.
And you got a 50-50 chance that one of them will take care of you when you get older. I'll tell you what Pat told me, though, when I was having a kid to kind of prepare me for how it is. When you're in the hospital, you have no idea what's going on. You got to stay there for 2 days. The kid is going to take its first shit, his or her first shit. And it will be a black tar ball of something you've never encountered on Earth or anywhere in life, and you don't know what it is. And you will think that your kid has some sort of disease that has not yet been discovered. And that will be what it's like. I've only got one. He's a month and a half old. Every time he does something different, it's like, should we call the doctor? I don't know what to do. So you're basically in a full-blown panic for, well, at least 6 weeks. Probably more.
Shahir says, can you guys please make episodes more available in Australia? Other than that huge fan. Is he talking about
EOA, probably.
Extinct or Alive?
Oh, we have no control. I get that all the time, by the way. If anybody's listening to this that's like, Forrest, I can't find your show in Sweden. It's like, sorry?
Let's just put them all on the Patreon.
There's nothing I could do about that.
I wish we could.
I have no control over where Animal Planet puts what when, unfortunately.
But we are contemplating perhaps doing like a scaled-down version in the U.S. of an Extinct or Alive episode.
He's not letting this go, is he?
If insects were as large as horses or camels and there were no cars, what insect would you use as your means of transportation? I'm going to go first.
Yeah, please.
I'm going to go with the California cement mite.
Oh, that's right.
Talked about on the last podcast.
Right. Is that what it was? Cement mite?
It only gave a specific the genus species name. It can travel 322 body lengths a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if it was the size of a horse, I would just be like, hey, you want to go to Malibu? Yeah, I'll see you there in 2 minutes.
I'm going to one-up you. I'm going with a circus flea. Your common circus flea.
Why does that
Because it can jump real high?
No, because it jumps like 150 times its body length.
He wasn't listening to that podcast at all.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Cool. So you'll fall off it immediately and splat on the ground.
With a saddle, dude? Are you kidding me?
You
saddle?
don't know what a saddle is.
I'm going to go just a nice daddy long legs. I just want to scale up and over things.
Oh, that'd be fucking
just
cool.
up and over, big long legs, nice little saddle on top.
It's like in movies where you see them riding elephants back in the day.
Yeah.
Like kings ride elephants and shit.
Except my elephant can go straight up walls.
That's true.
Yeah,
that is true.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
This is a question I've actually had. Forrest, what's your advice for someone who wants to get into spearfishing that lives in the UK?
Ooh, I love that.
Pick a new sport. No. There's a guy named Daniel Mann. Look him up. MANN. Daniel Mann. He's like he's one of the biggest like YouTube spearfishing guys, and he lives in the UK. And every weekend he travels north or south. He goes to Scotland or he goes down to the south and goes spearfishing. He doesn't shoot a lot of big fish because I don't think there are a lot, but he gets some nice stuff. He gets crabs and scallops and small little British fish, whatever they are. I don't know.
British fish. If you know what a British fish is.
Hey, but like, would you practice with like, because the spear is a little wonky to use with the rubber band and it takes a lot of arm strength. You practice in a pool or something like that?
Everybody that ever goes spearfishing should start by getting a pole spear, a Hawaiian sling, which is like the spear with the band that you hold up high, and go shoot like a target in a swimming pool if you can, or a pond or something, just so that you don't go out there and start maiming fish left and right without landing
But
them.
before you do that, try and say British fish 5 times fast.
British
Everybody.
fish. That's hard.
British fish,
Yeah,
British fish,
that's
British
hard.
fish,
That's
British
really
fish.
hard.
This is a good one. This is really good.
Ooh.
Monkey Matt. I mean, look, his name's Monkey Matt. So
Yeah.
he wants us to say Chimp.
got
He
an
does.
agenda.
He does. But he's
But-
not Ape Matt.
Who do you think would win in a fight between a wolf or a fucking wilding out chimpanzee?
I'm going chimp, man. I saw that video of that chimp who ripped that chick's face off back in the day.
I know what
and
you're
that
talking
was
about.
vicious.
I'm definitely going chimp. That might sound crazy, and I'm
No.
probably wrong, but chimp.
I'm going wolf.
Really?
Really?
I'm going wolf.
Weigh in the comments.
Without having like vertical structures for the chimp to get up and have more sort of leverage and maneuverability up and over the wolf.
I
If you're
see.
putting them in a flat field, I'm going wolf.
Oh, well, mine will be fighting in a jungle gym setting. So,
A McDonald's play place.
Brody it. Can we do a Brosner special expedition hike? It'll be hella fun.
I'd love to.
I mean, look, I'd love to
We've
do more shit
discussed
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
it
Brody
would
it.
be
What a good
really
name.
fun.
But it's impossible to get Pat to actually follow through and commit.
No, it's
and go.
impossible to get like the funds and the time to do all these things. That's what people don't
It is
understand.
hard.
It's
And-
like,
Yeah,
Life just melts away.
it does.
Just like
Pay
what the
attention,
fuck
everybody.
happened the last
but
year.
yes, I think we would like to do a Brosner meetup of some kind at
Yeah,
some point.
absolutely.
I don't know when or where, but
Well, we
wanna
were
do
talking
something
about
like
the other day. I texted Forrest that just to kind of dip our toes in what that would be like. Forrest, Pat, and I just going on a little camping trip and kind of filming all of our shenanigans.
He's never letting this go.
It's going to be
I don't let
mostly
anything
Retep eating SpaghettiOs out of a can.
Listen, I picked the ravioli, mate.
Quinn's Wildlife. If y'all are doing a U.S. extinct or alive type thing, the sea mink might be an interesting search. It might.
Any, you know about the sea mink?
A little bit, not a lot. I mean, it's a mink. It's a small mustelid that was, like all minks, semi-aquatic, would live in and out of the ocean in the Northeast, and hasn't been seen in a long time. I'm not sure. I guess that's all I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bring up Eden Williams has a question there.
Dude, we were talking about the other day. SLO for real was talking about, or somebody was talking about going on a mushroom excursion. He was saying, like, would you be willing to take people out on a mushroom excursion, Forrest? Or is it too secret that, like, you don't want anybody to know your spots? Or, like, how does that work? Because I'd like to
It
go.
depends. It depends. I would never take like random people to the chanterelle flushes in Santa Barbara because they're so few and far between, and one person goes there and that spot's done for the season.
What's
right?
your biggest tip for somebody who would want to go out solo and find those secret spots? How do you do it?
You just got to put time in. There's nothing. I mean, so first of all, you have to learn about the mushroom and their ecology and everything else. Like when do they fruit and why and what conditions. And there's a great Facebook group called Mushroom Hunters of California, which is started by one of my good mushroom buddies.
Nice.
And there's a ton of information on there. So you got to learn about the mushroom. And then just like all my mushroom spots in Santa Barbara County, I mean, I've spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours just hiking the woods
right.
looking for these patches. Once you find them, it's like, oh.
That's
All
really
right.
what it is.
Hey, we gotta
It's
do
just
quick
about
answers, guys.
just putting
Yeah,
in
sorry.
the. No, we
Hi,
don't.
Forrest. Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
You didn't tell me about the super chat thing.
What is a super chat?
I don't even know what this
What's
is.
a super chat?
You just pay money and it like highlights it.
Oh,
Hi,
cool.
Forrest. This is a good question. What would be your tips for a budding conservationist that's going to uni? Would your first tip be don't go to uni?
No, God, no. I think going to university is important.
Now, what's uni? Is that like
University.
a bicycle? of some
University, you
sort?
doofus. Find something that you're passionate about because, especially when you start going to university, like you're gonna take, like, what's that class? That chemistry class that I hated so much. Doesn't
Organic
matter.
chemistry.
OChem. You're gonna take organic
OChem.
chemistry, and it's gonna suck, and you're gonna be like, I want to quit being a biologist. But if you find a specialty, whether it's extinct animals, herps, mammals, birds, fish, whatever it is, and are like, this is my thing, I'm going to stick with it, you can get through all the crappy side of academia and all the crappy field work, knowing that one day you'll get to work with that thing you're super passionate about.
Yeah, I love that. That's kind of just how life is, right?
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
the most adaptable animal?
Human.
Hey, it's Max. What's up, buddy? Max, my good buddy. What is the most adaptable animal? The human.
I'd say human, but if we take
The
out
flea.
human,
The flea.
Really?
The common. No, I'm sorry.
The
This is
cockroach.
no
Bug.
brainer. It is the common rat.
Oh,
Okay.
There are rats
that
on
makes
every
sense.
continent. They can get there by your ships, by your airplanes, by you name it. Rats have figured out how to do
Yeah.
it. They can live in the middle of the woods. They can live in high rises. They can live underground.
Yeah,
It's
you
the
know
rat.
what they can't do? They can't outrun my cat in the backyard.
Ooh, take that.
They go in
that.
numbers though, but they also can carry black plague without getting sick, which
The
is
Black
a problem.
Death.
Yeah, Lemley will take care of it.
Do we
though.
think the Caribbean monk seal's still alive? Did a whole episode.
Did a
Real
whole
cool
episode.
one. Cool shot of Forrest diving into the cenote.
And you know what's interesting is I still get people send me these shots that they get on their phone and stuff, and they're like, "Here is a seal that I saw in the Florida Keys," and it's like a little bubble in the distance, on a cell phone picture. So, Man, Caribbean's a big place. I think it could be. I think it could be.
Okay.
Yeah, there's that island off of Jamaica that's so remote. I can't think of the name of it now.
Would you ever do a podcast or discuss hunting with Steve Vernella? Of course we would.
Of course.
I'm a fan of Steve's. We're friends with Ben O'Brien.
Yeah.
Who
No
has
brainer.
his own podcast. Absolutely.
The guy on the right looks like a meth head in the thumbnail. Is that our right or their right?
Yeah, who's right?
Patrick.
What's methy about me? Is it the moving the foot maybe?
No. In the thumbnail when we did the blobfish face.
Oh, fucking, that's great.
Oh no, it's from the studio, So here's a little story about that. He texted me and he said, "My face. How could you let me get that fat?" And I was like, "Well, that was ages ago. You're good now. Now you just look like a meth
Both
head."
of their faults.
Yeah. I also told him there was 1,000% only him that noticed it.
Yeah.
I prefer to do sit up, Raul. Thank you.
Hey, is it worth getting a degree in ecology? Well, I'm not qualified to speak on that. Forrest, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, if that's your passion, sure. It's more vague. It's like a broader look at the sciences of animals and environment is if you go into the ecology route, which, if you don't know what you want to specialize in, a generalized degree in biology or environmental science or ecology is great.
Sure.
Iced Freaking T just said an octopus slapped her camera out of position or out of her hand, and she was mad about it. But I think he'll bring it back with a few selfies on it, and
Well, was the camera lost? Do we know?
it's got to be gone. Peter, who would you throw, Pat or Forrest, off of a cliff? Definitely Pat.
Yeah.
He's angry.
My thought is that it would be a little easier to catch you.
Oh, that's a good question from Austin Long. Did you see that?
Has Peter ever learned to shotgun a
Can
beer?
we find that out? Do you have any canned beer in your fridge? Don't lie. Tell the truth.
I think
I'm
there's
looking
a warm
at
one. You
oh,
wanna
yeah,
see me?
you
All
are
right.
looking at
All
one.
right,
I'm
well,
going to get a
Wait,
beer.
no,
Stay
wait,
till
wait,
the
wait.
end.
We'll stay tuned to the end. We'll
If
do
you
it at the
stay
end.
till the end,
And
Peter-
also, no, it's going to be another disaster.
all right. Would
All
you
right,
rather
we're
fight a
doing
bear?
that. We're doing
Would
that.
you rather fight a bear-sized Wolverine or fight a bear-sized honey badger? So take a honey badger or Wolverine, blow them up to the
man,
size
that's
of
a
an Alaskan
lose-lose
brown
right
bear.
I'm going Wolverine, though, man. Those honey badgers, they're relentless. They will not give up. You are fucked. You're dead. You're dead. Either way, probably.
It's sort of like saying, would you rather fight a guy with an AK-47 or an AR-15?
Right, totally.
like-
yeah, you're like, there's no win in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose. I don't know that much about Wolverines, to be honest, but I've seen honey badgers do things that are hard to even explain.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm gonna go Wolverine.
Yeah, I'm going Wolverine.
Yep.
Ooh, I like this one. Forrest.
Another one from Max. I love it. Who do you, Forrest, look up to the most in the realm of conservation? Honestly, it's got to be David Attenborough. He's such a legend. He's figured out how to communicate so much. I mean, I just watched his newest series, Prehistoric Planet, on Apple. Have you seen it, Kyle?
Oh, yeah.
So good. And
Yeah?
it's all dinosaurs, by the way, but it's like this fantastic
It's
CGI.
amazing.
It's
I
incredible.
told you about it.
Yes, you did. You did.
The dog's cuddling with me.
But it's got to be David Attenborough. He's just a legend.
Yeah, that's a good.
Does it annoy you how you get associated with the Thylacine so much? You're almost as famous now as the Thylacine.
It doesn't annoy me. I just wish, that's how people are. They glob things together like that. But it doesn't annoy
that's how you
me.
remember.
Yeah, that's cool.
It would be great if I had the means by which to be pursuing that more.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like, and I've said this many times, given enough time and resources, I could find a Thylacine. But I need millions of dollars to do what I want to do.
On
in
that
Papua New
note,
Guinea.
why haven't you been to Papua New Guinea to look for a Thylacine? Is it money or fear of rebels?
It's definitely money.
Yeah, it's funding because you're not just going to take that trip to go be silly and put up
No,
20 trail
it's
cameras.
pointless.
You got to send hundreds in advance, make all the contacts.
The amount of I mean, it needs that to do Papua New Guinea the way that it needs to be done to prove the existence of Thylacine would take months and months and millions of dollars, quite simply.
Luke's got a good one. How long until cane toads take over the earth?
They're coming. They're coming. Well, they'll never take over South America, Luke, or Central America, because they're native to that, and the predators there know how to deal with them, and they're not very abundant. But they've done a good job taking over Australia.
So if they do take over the earth, that's where you head down to.
Yes.
Head down to Central America.
Yeah, you move to Costa Rica, get a coconut, hang out on the beach.
Any update on the Zanzibar leopard?
No, not really, to be honest.
Do you know if the two people that we met with have continued their work there? I can't remember their names now.
I'm blanking on their names as well. No, I don't really. I mean, if you remember, they were anthropologists who just sort of wanted to find a leopard, because they heard all the legends. It
was something that was really fun for them.
Yeah, it wasn't like their main area of focus, but really nothing happened. It was just sort of like the news came out, like we thought maybe there'd be more protections put in place, and to be honest, nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
And there's not much you can do about that. It's up to those governments to make those decisions.
Yeah.
I will say Zanzibar is wonderful. I loved it. I want to make sure I get back there.
What did you
on
love
vacation.
about it?
Beautiful ocean coast. Felt incredibly safe. Like I would go jogging every morning.
Yeah. Good
just
food,
running through the
nice
streets.
people.
Awesome food.
Yeah.
Amazing architecture in
Stonetown.
Stonetown. Yeah. Highly recommend Zanzibar if you get a chance. I think people go there to do dive trips, don't they?
Mm-hmm. A lot of diving there. A lot of like it's like a good high-end European vacation spot.
For our friend in the UK who wants to go spearfishing.
Yeah, you go, you fucking
Zanzibar.
hike Kilimanjaro, then you cruise to Zanzibar to relax.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what it's all
This is
about.
a great question from Willful Cobra. 100 elephant sized. Would you rather fight one retep that's the size of an elephant or 100 reteps the size of a duck?
Dude.
I'm gonna go one elephant-sized retep because
Really?
Yes, and
No
I'll tell
way.
you why.
That's
You were-
crazy.
Earlier today, you reached for your beer on the table and complained about the pain.
That's because I got a static electricity shock in a wound on my finger.
I'm just saying, one of you at that size, it's gonna be cumbersome.
Crotchety.
Drunk
as
yeah,
shit from
yeah.
eating a
It could
rule of
barely
fruit.
stand.
A drunk
is
elephant.
the way I
It would
picture
take me more cases of beer than Andre the Giant needed.
Isabel wants to know why I won't pet the dog sitting next to me. There's a very good reason for that. If you can be petting Charlie for 30 seconds and he's loving you and wonderful, change nothing about what you're doing with your hand and he tries to bite you.
Yeah,
That's a lie.
And I've learned that lesson over the course of 10
No,
years.
I know he's scary.
He's fickle. He's fickle. It's not his fault. It's the assholes that raised him.
All right, guys, let's slow down on the
Retep
questions.
rescued him.
I know.
Let's
He's
slow
a
down
rescue,
on
and
let's
Charlie can
slow
be a
down
jerk.
on the questions real quick and just talk about our days for a second. This is overload. So let's chill, take it slower for a minute. Forrest.
Is that the point of this?
I don't think
no, it's
so.
not an AMA. We can chill. We don't have to pull them up so fast. It's
Okay.
it's crazy.
Okay.
We take our times like a normal
I'm
pod.
really enjoying the
I know, but just
rapid fire.
not so rapid fire.
It's really fun.
That's because you're an
I'll talk
idiot.
about my day. I woke up. I had a nice breakfast of eggs and potatoes, and I came here.
That's great.
This is what I've done so far today.
How was it in Santa Barbara today?
Not 94 like it is here.
It's a beautiful place out
It
there.
is toasty.
Well,
out.
what have you been up to out there?
This is not the
What
point
the
of this.
fuck? Is there a possibility? Thanks. That was nice. That was a good reset. Is there a possibility of lion in the Middle East still?
Barbary lion? I would say no.
What do you think, Retep?
No idea. No.
Just no. I'm getting a lot of shit for not petting the dog here.
I think do it. Pet Charlie.
He's perked up already.
There you go.
One stroke.
He didn't
and
do
he's-
anything though. Oh, the ears are back.
Go for us. What's the next question?
Okay. Hey, Forrest, I'm finally going to Australia for the first time in November. Do you know of any great herping spots in the Cairns area? Yes. Cairns itself is a great herping area. If you drive on the road north of Cairns, there's one highway in and out of Cairns. You drive on the road north of Cairns, I don't remember it, towards the waterfall. There's like a waterfall that everybody goes to on a day trip for Cairns. That road right after sunset is awesome. I found brown snakes there. We saw a coastal taipan cross the road there. There's tons of carpet pythons there. It's great.
I went bungee jumping in Cairns and ruptured my eardrum.
Oh,
I didn't know
remember
that.
you told me that.
I know you lived in Australia. I didn't know you went
Yeah.
bungee jumping and ruptured
One and
your
only
eardrum.
time I went bungee jumping, I did it exactly how they told me not to do.
Yep.
Why? What do you mean?
I can't dive into a pool. I've never done it. I've never gotten my head under my feet,
Really?
ever, once.
Interesting.
I've never heard of someone not being able to do that.
And they said, just make sure your head's below your feet because
Right.
it was tied to my feet.
Right.
oh, right.
And I just did a pencil, which snaps you at
And
the
then you went
bottom.
bam.
And so
Oh,
I plunged
God.
into the river faster than I should have.
Yeah.
And ruptured my
That's
eardrum.
like full blown whiplash insanity.
Yeah, I missed we were scuba diving the next day, and I missed it because I couldn't even fucking stand up. It throws your balance off so much.
Oh no.
It was fruit.
Was
brew.
it one
yeah.
of the scariest things you've ever done? Was bungee jumping? Because I won't do it.
I didn't enjoy it, man. And it's not like, oh, I conquered my fear of heights. It's just like I crossed that off the list.
You're like, I've done it. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. No. Z-Man. I don't know what that is. Is that a lizard of some sort?
I think it's a dinosaur.
Is it a cow?
Yeah.
Does Forrest think, that's a good question. Haza, can you do that question? Does Forrest think a big animal still lives? I lost it.
Undetected on the planet in its most remote areas, similar to how the Saula did in the 90s.
Yes, I do. Short answer. Haza?
Where?
I think there are regions in Papua New Guinea that have canines, that have other large animals, tree kangaroos, things like that. I think Central Africa, around the Congo Basin, there could be undescribed large mammals. And I think, without a doubt, there are unknown large terrestrial animals living in the Amazon that we don't know about yet.
Would you go there?
I like that.
Try and
course.
find them?
Of course.
What do you think you would find?
Well, I've often thought that so Megatherium, which is a giant ground sloth, was around until 4,000 years ago that we know of on certain islands and in certain locations. Big sloth that stands upright and walks like the size of a bear. Yikes. And I've often thought, I talked about this on Rogan, that Megatherium could still exist in a certain area in Peru where they talk about it a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah, but nobody's really gone.
So Dynasty Diecast has been tenacious, so we'll do this question here.
Okay.
Would you rather search for the Thylacine with Neil Waters or The Boy Who Cried Wolf? I'm just doing it because
No,
he
I don't
posted it
care.
30 times.
I think Neil Waters, he at least has some good ideas, I would
Exactly.
imagine. He's spent his
passionate.
entire life dedicated to faking finding this animal. So, I think that he at least...
It's weird that Coyote Peterson took a page out of Neil Waters' book with the Bigfoot thing.
Is it? They both
It
got
is.
millions and
But
millions of
he's-
views out of it.
No. Neil Waters has 10,000 views max total. Coyote Peterson
see
has a lot of
Brown.
pull.
Did you say he has his own pool?
A lot of pull.
Oh,
a lot of
it has
pull.
his own pool. Like,
I was
he got
like, I
so
have a
many
pool.
views, he bought
You
a
have a
swimming pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny how when you're a kid, though, you think that that's the moment that you will have made it in life.
When you get a swimming pool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get the pool and you go, I'm still depressed.
Well,
Right, yeah.
You also get the pool and you're like, well, now I'm paying a couple $1,000s a year for nothing. I use
Yeah.
it like 5 times a year.
Oh, dude, we use ours a lot.
Well, you're lucky. It's right there.
Yeah.
I
two
can
steps
see yours. What do you mean it's right there?
It's a whole
His
thing.
isn't closer
going
than
out the
yours.
back
Charlie
door.
just fucking ripped a hot, juicy fart in my face. That's good stuff.
I love it. Cookie. Yeah, I mean, whenever Cookie wants to come on, he come on. What do you mean he upped his game? I haven't watched it in a
Yeah,
while.
Daniel, what are you talking about?
He's out like doing expeditions and stuff.
Oh, good for him.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
He said he
Yeah.
wanted to do that.
That's the thing about kind of like doing this podcast. It's like we do it and we have to like sit in an office and look at each other kind of on a call. So it's nice to get together and do
Absolutely.
it, A. And then B, though, I suggest we go on an overnight camping trip and do shenanigans.
Let it go, Peter. All right, this is a fun one from AP. Peter, top 3 DFL places to travel with Pat and Forrest. You got to rapid fire these because
Sure.
otherwise we're going to be here all day.
Number 1, I'd like to go to Mario's in West Hollywood. Delicious Italian.
Really good pizza.
Number
Maybe
2.
we go after this.
Number 2, I'd like to go maybe, well, especially with Forrest, I'd just like to go to some nice wooded area. Let's say like Yosemite up north where
I
we
would
can.
love to take you to the Redwoods to mushroom.
I would
hunt.
love it.
You would go nuts.
I legit would. It would
Yep.
be. I would be good after that trip for like 6 months. You know how like
Yeah.
when people
Yep.
go out and experience shit outdoors, take mushrooms. You're like not depressed for.
It is a proven
For a while.
psychological thing that if you spend time in the wilderness, you are happier.
Number 3, I'd like to go to Pat's mom's house with both Forrest and Pat. And then dead
it's a good
fucking
time.
Good cook.
last. I mean, it's here. Like, or just like being around them in a general, like kind of having to hang out and just, do normal stuff. It's just not fun.
Socializing.
It's
Super
not fun.
chat. I see it.
What do you got? Good question,
Oh, no.
actually.
They go so quickly.
Most tense moment
Ooh, I
y'all
love that.
had on Extinct or Alive. For me, it was when Forrest threw a cobra in my face.
I'm
The
never
story
letting
has
that one go.
changed.
Yeah.
No, it was when Forrest used my shirt to wrangle a fucking cobra, and
I
had to
gave
go
it back.
Yep, I had to go shirtless for the rest of a very long 14, 15-hour day sitting on a bank looking through binoculars.
I was like,
Shirtless.
Patrick, give me your shirt. He pulls it off and hands it to me. It's covered in cobra venom. I'm like, here you go. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? I'm like, just don't let it get in your eyes, your nose, your mouth, any cuts on your body. You'll be fine.
What
That's
was
what
your
I'm-
most? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No.
Yeah.
The rhino with Mitch. I thought we were gonna lose Mitch.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
That
he
is
handled
legit.
it well. I mean,
Brilliantly.
he handled it perfectly.
brilliantly,
you said.
perfectly. But if he had done anything different, it would have changed.
Let's.
Yeah.
What's a dangerous animal that I would find here in Simi Valley? Because I want your advice on how I should behave to not get
the
killed
wild
by it.
Karen. Yeah,
At at the Walmart,
like a
down the street?
Walmart Karen. Like no, not even. More like a what's that fancy store where they buy furniture?
the dollar store.
No, like the nice furniture
Living
store.
spaces?
Yeah. I don't
So-
know.
so
Yeah,
how
like
do
an
I-
upscale Karen sounds very scary to
Well,
me.
to the second part, how do I get away without being attacked?
You buy her cocktails and tell her that everything she says is right. You validate her in every sense.
Then the Karen turns into a cougar.
Then
And
you win.
fucking-
Then you
It's
win.
true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Alex wants to know who's going to win the AFC Championship. The LA Chargers. That's my pick.
Interesting.
You just bought season tickets.
I just
to
got
That's
season
why
tickets.
he wants them to. So that
But
he can go
I
to all
think
the
they're
games.
part of the buying the season tickets. You have to buy the seat license, and it's a whole investment thing. And I think the Chargers are on the
There you go.
upswing.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Excellent.
That's absolutely. Oh my God, Peter, have you ever had Harold's Chicken or Giordano's?
Yeah, I've had Giordano's. It's my favorite deep dish Chicago pizza out of all of them.
It's
I had it.
unbelievable.
I told you about this.
Yeah.
Made me feel sick.
Well, I mean,
You
if
can't
you're
eat
not
too much.
Yeah.
I had like 3 slices.
Oh, that's too
There-
much, boy.
It's just cheese. It's just
No, it's like a
Cheese.
lasagna. It's a pizza lasagna. is
Yeah,
what
it
is.
was-
But Giordano's also does the beef sandwiches.
Yeah, they do.
And
They
they're
do everything.
interesting.
Unbelievably good.
Pat, when I was with you in Chicago, we went to a Bears game. We met up. It was real fun. We got blackout drunk.
Yes.
But you went back to the hotel with your girlfriend at the time, and you had ordered a deep dish pizza with her. And well, first of all, was it Giordano's?
No, it wasn't Giordano's. It was the place that was right next to the hotel. But here's the problem. We'd been drinking since 10 a.m.
Yeah.
By 5 p.m., I was like, I haven't eaten all day.
Right.
So then you had to wait for fucking 40 minutes for the deep dish.
Get your deep dish.
Brought it back to the hotel room, immediately fell asleep, then woke up at like 10 o'clock and Peter was still out with his buddy.
Yeah.
So then we went to meet them. By the time we got home at 3, I was like, we can't eat that.
Yeah, it's just cold,
We're gonna get sick.
coagulated cheese.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic story, though. I mean, and I've done it a million times. I have my favorite though is when you are hammered and then you put a frozen pizza into the oven, and then you just wake up to a flat black disc, and you're.
Hold on. This is a good question. By the way, guys, don't forget Super Chat. That's how your question gets to the top of the list. Hey, question for Forrest. I was raised out in the Sierra Madres in Jalisco, Mexico. We have a trail cam with a picture of what looks to be a grizzly bear. Could it be true? Would a grizzly bear survive? This is very exciting. This is how we get a lot of our leads for Extinct or Alive and the work that I used to do or still do occasionally. Please, what is it? Sitio? Send us that picture, and I'll tell you. Could it be true? Yeah, it could be the Mexican grizzly bear, which is an episode I always wanted to do because I always thought there was validation to that. So send us a picture to one of our social media accounts. We'll make sure that it gets to me, and I'll let you know.
Love that.
Somebody named David Dufour is asking us to do Little Joys. We did Little Joys with Bradley Trevor Grieve. He recommended an herb garden.
Sure.
What's a new round of Little Joys?
Well, I'll say this, and I know I talk about it too much, but having a newborn, they are trash for a few weeks. It's like
Pat my drink up. I thought you were so wonderful.
you're essentially, it's just a bunch of stress and a lot of doing tasks and thinking a lot and being stressed out. But I will say this: at about a month or so, the first time that little motherfucker smiles at you, you're like, I'm in. I'm all in on you. Like
What's
a
a little
real
joy?
smile.
So David, find
smile
a
of a
partner,
baby.
have a baby,
Yeah.
You can
gonna
let
take you
anybody's
10
baby
months.
smile at you.
and then have them smile. That's very nice, though, Peter.
Thank you.
I've got one.
Yeah, please.
This is going to cost you a little bit of money.
Okay.
And I apologize to anyone who doesn't have, if you live in an apartment. This is really only for people that live in a house. That
So
has
you need
a
a
garage.
house and money.
Okay.
You need to live in a freestanding house.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's going to cost you about $300.
Okay.
Go to Walmart. This is what I did.
Yep.
Bought a cheap LG TV, like a 50-inch. It was like under $300.
Yeah.
Put that shit in your garage,
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
and just once every couple nights, if you're the kind of person who likes to have a beer or a cocktail or something like that, go out away from all the noise in the house.
Yep.
Open the garage door, and just watch TV in the garage while you have a beer for like.
You have a couch in there?
No, I sit on a jumping cube.
Great.
You know
What's a
those boxes
jumping
that you use to jump
We're
onto?
doing vert jumps.
Oh, yeah.
Because my gym's in the garage. So
Yeah.
I just sit on that,
My
watch
gym's in
TV,
the
or pace
garage.
around.
There you go.
wonderful.
Yeah, you're a pacer, that's for sure.
Yeah.
What about you?
Little joy?
Little joy. Big joy. Little joy.
Here's a big joy. We installed air conditioning last week at my house.
What?
Big joy.
Just now?
Nobody in Santa Barbara has air conditioning, bro. It's like not a thing up there.
Oof.
Yeah.
You're ahead of the curve. Global
I'll tell you
warming,
what,
you're safe.
It's a reason for us to all move to Florida. Because when you come out
Negative.
of that humid, hot Florida summer day and
Yep.
you walk into
Yeah.
an air-conditioned hotel room,
It's
That's how it was in
It's-
Chicago. I mean, that's what I grew up with,
yeah.
man.
You walk in and go, oh,
Yeah.
every time.
It's
Yeah.
the best thing in the
it's
world.
relief.
you feel that, and then you go, I might just lay on the bed for 15 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Might
Just to
take off
cool
my
down.
pants first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got one pulled up by Kyle here from Paul Legg. Aw, lads, Forest, how's it brew? Should I do it in South African accent? Absolutely. Aw, lads, how's it Forest? Oh, no, because aw, lads, Forest, how's it brew? Paul from Cape Town here. Quick one. Do you believe there are giants or were giants in our not so distant past? No, I don't really believe in giants, I would say.
When you say giant, though, like, are you talking? I believe
Humans, human giants.
Human giants.
Right? There's
Right.
a lot of,
I had to
you go
think about it
online,
for a
you find
second.
lots of stuff.
I
about-
think like when you read those stories of like David and Goliath, it was like Andre the Giant. You know, there was probably somebody with some kind of like growth disorder or hormone imbalance that got to, at those days, probably 6'3",
Sure.
when everybody else was 5'1", and they were like, oh my God, this guy's a giant.
Right,
You know,
right.
and it becomes like biblically disproportionate over time. And then
Yeah.
you're thinking that of this giant, but no, I don't believe that there was a race of hominids.
You know,
that were
I
giants.
heard a ridiculous theory on Joe Rogan many moons ago before he was even that popular. He had someone on who was talking about a theory where the great, like, I can't remember which rocks they are, like big, like in Utah or
it was
something.
Randall Carlson was on.
Yeah, so he was saying that there were giants and that those are petrified tree stumps. That the rocks are that's how big everything was, and that humans, there was giants.
What is that grounded in?
Nothing. Not reality.
Well, that's the thing.
But
is,
I like to
you can
believe
just
it's real.
see if it's a tree stump by testing it. Like it's not. You know what I mean? That's not saying you can be like, no, that used to be a tree stump, but now it's a rock. It's like, well, is it petrified wood or
But
is
that's
it rock?
kind of where we're at in life now. You can kind of just say whatever you want, and then you can post it on the internet, and a bunch of people follow you like
That's
it's
true,
a cult.
But I'm just saying that's silly.
It is silly.
I like this one from Joey. What is everybody's favorite band, rapid fire, and best concert you've ever been to?
I have one answer for both. I'm never going to change it. This is the answer. Blink-182, period.
Wow.
It's the greatest band in history. It's the greatest concert ever. It's
Is this the one where you threw the woman in the air?
That's the one.
Retep, what was your
Favorite band is impossible to answer, but I'll say I'm going to go a one shot here. I'll go because this is the best concert I've ever been to. Hollywood Bowl, I saw the Lumineers with Pat.
Yeah.
It was an amazing
was
show.
real fun.
Great band.
favorite band is the Black Angels. Best concert I've ever been to was Saint Germain. It was unbelievable.
Why?
Smoking hash and drinking, and it's like dance music, but it's like a DJ, but he's got a full band playing basically like trance music.
Oh, it's amazing.
Interesting.
It was with horns and all sorts of shit.
I
It was
love
unreal.
when any show does like something unique and kind of like separates themselves from the typical. Like if you're just like a 5-piece band and you go up there on stage and you play good music, it's great. It's nice to be there. It's good music, but when you do something like have a fucking orchestra with you, like emphasizing your vocals or
Oh, yeah.
something like that, it's truly an experience.
Tom Shelley super chat. How's your bear problem, Forrest? So here's what I'll say, Tom. I've conducted a bear experiment.
A bear experiment.
A bear experiment, okay? Check in with me. Actually, I'll bring it up on the next podcast, okay?
Okay.
I'll bring it up on the next podcast, Tom. So I don't want to... Right now, the problem seems to be temporarily mitigated. Stand by for a final answer.
This is an amazing question. If humans became extinct, what animal would be next in line to become the most intelligent on Earth? Do we need to hear Peter's response, or do we already know it?
Well, let's take out all primates, number one. And the problem with octopus is that they live so short. So if octopus lived
short.
for a couple decades, they'd already have taken over the Earth.
Okay.
Octopi.
Patrick, your answer?
I mean, it has to be octopus.
Okay, I think it's unanimous. If we're taking primates out of the equation, it's octopus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to take over, but they'll definitely be the smartest, man.
So I saw a video the other day where octopus. Oh, thank you, Smoke. I actually have a very average size package, but I bought
Not in
pants.
those pants, baby.
Not in those pants. Those are paint on.
Wait, is he talking about this?
I think he's talking about the beer bottle between your legs that
I
looks...
was gonna say, but I saw an octopus walk on land recently.
I saw a shark walk on land recently.
Oh yeah, tell us about that.
Just kidding. No,
You
continue.
did though.
No,
On
I
your
did. It was
Shark
our
Week
show.
special.
It was our show, but no, it's just a stupid joke. Continue.
No, it's it. I just saw it walk on land, and I was like, here we go.
Oh yeah,
This
they
is
do
it.
that.
Here we go. This is how it starts,
This is
guys.
how it
That's how it starts.
Check back in a couple million years. Haza wants to know about this bowl that you talked about in High Peru, where you thought maybe a giant sloth could still be, and wants to know, have a lot of people been there?
No, basically nobody's been there. Go check out, I think it was the first Joe Rogan show I ever did. I really go into depth on it, on where it is and why and everything else. I mean, I'd rather just do that than talk about it, because I think most people on this have probably heard that episode.
Well,
so
what's your guess of how many humans have set foot in this area?
under 100 ever in
Including
history.
like indigenous tribes? Wow.
Yes. I mean, it is, when I say impenetrable, when you look at the geology of it, if 100 would probably be a stretch, because you'd have to go straight up. And I've been to Peru and seen these Andean mountain faces. Like,
Right.
it's not climbable.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, yeah, cool. If I go this way and then around, I'll get around it. It's like, oh, no, there's no way.
Yeah, when I was on Admiralty Island, again with BTG, I hate to keep bringing it up, but one of our guides was a local part of the indigenous tribe there. I can't remember what the Tlingit.
Okay.
And so they've lived on this island for 10,000 years. And,
Yeah.
you know, he was very knowledgeable about the history and all that stuff. So there's this one area that BTG wanted to go, and I was like, it's completely overgrown, impassable. This is in Alaska, right?
Right.
So it's like
Right.
Right, it's like the U.S., like down the road.
And I was, he's like,
Yeah.
no one ever goes there. Obviously, there's no reason to. I was like, do you know if that was like an area that people used to go to hunt? And he was like, why would they go there?
Right.
It's the hardest place to get to. Why
Right.
would anyone have ever
There's
gone
no
there?
reason to have
Yeah.
ever gone there. Yeah.
Well,
and that's sort
yeah.
of what this region in Peru is like. It's like there's no reason for the native people to have gone there. It's too dangerous. They're most likely going to die.
Yeah.
And it's a big region. We're not talking about a little like pocket, like, it's
Right.
huge.
Right.
I mean, it's just not somewhere that people would go.
Yep. Somebody asked, I just like the question, is there a go-to snack that you bring on expeditions?
Ooh.
I found a new one that you just tried it in the kitchen. It's like my
yeah.
new thing. I can't live without it.
The
It's-
jerky?
Yeah, these carnivore crisps. It's this like
It's like a
just
potato chip of beef.
It's a potato chip of meat. It's just
There you
dried meat with salt. There's not a single preservative. There's not anything on it. And I'm like, I've come to the conclusion that I hate vegetables. They don't agree with me. And this isn't like, oh, I was a kid who hated vegetables. No, I've eaten everything my whole life. Now I'm just like, I'm done with vegetables.
yeah.
Done
I'm
with
like,
vegetables?
I'm like,
One visit
I'm
to
fruit
Liver
and
King.
meat guy nowadays.
Well, what's there's a big thing that's brought on every episode of Extinct or Alive.
Oh, Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah.
Really?
A giant bag of Jolly
Oh, dude,
Ranchers.
we can't live without Jollies.
So what's up with that? Is that like when people dip? You guys are
Yes,
just,
it's
you just
exactly
Jolly
what
Rancher
I was just
in?
going to say.
Okay.
You just
It's
that's
something to do with your mouth when you're standing around waiting.
It's
Yeah.
like baseball players when they're
Like,
fucking.
dude, it's like you're miserable, you're hot, you're sweaty, so all you're tasting is your sweat salt, and you're like, oh.
Now,
life.
let me ask you a quick question. Remember when you were devastatingly sick on that one Extinct or Alive
That
excursion?
narrows it down to about half of them. But
No,
yeah,
the
please
one where you
continue.
like laying in the weeds
In Madagascar
and
the
Yes,
second
I
time,
remember.
yeah.
had you eaten too many Jolly Ranchers?
Oh God, no! None of us were eating anything. It was
Yeah.
anything you ate came back out both ends. So no, you weren't consuming anything.
I just always love that story, dude. It's your lowest point.
I'll
was
tell you a
pretty low.
disgusting part of that story. I was obviously shitting my pants for a couple days and shitting the bed and stuff, but I hadn't thrown up yet.
Right.
And when I finally was graced with the beautiful vomit, the whitefish that I'd eaten right before we went through Baobab Alley or whatever was fucking intact.
Oh.
Ew.
After a
It was
couple
like,
days.
like a whole fish came out.
It was
like a seagull.
fucking gross. I'm glad I got to say that out loud.
That is disgusting.
Kyle Cullen asked an interesting question. Which de-extinction would benefit the or an environment the most?
Nice.
Thylacine. If they found a thylacine in Tasmania, because it's the Australian government, I think the whole thing would change.
Let me ask you this. Reverse question. Which extinction would benefit the whole world the most? Take out mosquitoes.
Well, extinction of mosquitoes would be a huge collapse to the planet.
Really?
Yeah, that'd be a disaster.
So many things eat mosquitoes and mosquito larvae. I feed all my baby amphibians mosquito larvae. Like it's
dangerous.
It's don't get me wrong, but
put D. Beesmer back up. D. Beesmer super
I don't
chatted,
know the answer.
long live Lemley.
There's no answer.
Thanks, D. Beesmer. Lemley actually has a surgery next week, so I'll tell her that.
What kind of surgery?
what kind of surgery?
She's getting a little lump removed from her mammary gland.
She's
that
like,
sounds okay.
She's
right?
right?
They
It's
have
about
to,
time she
are
starts
they giving it a
getting those
biopsy?
mammograms.
They
They're
think
gonna
it might be
biopsy it.
cancerous.
Yeah. So we'll see. She's 12 years.
I
4
love
months.
that.
Yep.
I love that mammals just get lumps as they get older.
It's really annoying.
We all do.
Yeah,
Humans
exactly.
get them too, all mammals.
Yeah, all
It's
over
either
their fucking
cancerous or
face
not.
and stuff. Producer, father-in-law squirrel update. He's still on it, man.
Yeah.
No.
He's on it, dude. He's on a
I think
warpath.
it's a lifelong quest. I don't think it's ending.
It's given him like a real purpose in retirement.
Yeah.
Is
It's
to
nice.
reload. He's fucking. I'll tell you what. Like a million years from now, they're going to be like, "What's with this island in South Carolina that has the squirrels won?"
Invasive squirrels.
Yeah.
What's everybody's least favorite animal?
I love them all. But
least favorite animal.
Mosquito,
fucking
for sure.
mosquito,
Yeah.
man.
Mosquito.
Well, let's take out insects, and you got to go with an animal. That's a tough
mosquitoes
one.
are so easy to hate.
They are.
Bed bugs, though, are terrible.
You just said take out insects.
No, I know. I was saying though.
I hate panda bears.
Why?
Because they get like they're like the symbol of WWF. They get all this like attention.
Yeah.
They're not that sweet, to be honest. I mean, they look cool, but like I hate panda bears. It's like if you think of the word conservation, you think of the little like panda symbol.
Sure.
Yeah, totally. I'm going honey badger.
How can you hate a honey badger?
Why?
No, they're vicious.
They are.
I've got
Yeah.
6 of them just trying to get into my house every weekend. It's crazy.
I'm not.
IDK said I hate my sister's hamster.
Yeah. If you could see any one of the
Koala.
7 wonders of the world in their prime, which one would you like to see?
I actually don't know what they are.
The 7 wonders of the world.
I have no idea.
The natural wonders. It's like
I know-
Grand Canyon, Victoria Falls,
Great Barrier Reef.
Great Barrier Reef.
By the way, the Great Barrier
seen-
Reef in the news is like coming back from the brink of
Yeah.
extinction.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
having the
It's a big
coral's
thing.
having a really good resurgence. There was just some
Just
new-
this year, though.
Oh, maybe.
Well, I mean, it's recent news, but people are really excited
Good.
about it.
That's really good. Maybe the corals are adapting to the rising sea surface temperatures. That's great.
Yeah.
Forrest, what's your home remedy for a situation where you're blowing your guts out both ends?
Finger
I
your
would have read that
asshole.
one out loud.
I mean, you are the medic on the shoots.
No,
so-
I am.
Hey, Forrest, blowing it out both ends. What should I do?
A home remedy. Let's pretend like a pharmacy is not readily available.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Couple things you can do: eat some chalk.
Interesting. Really?
Chalk, sidewalk chalk.
What about charcoal?
Charcoal's good.
Just
You
like
can
the
take-
briquettes you put in the grill?
That one's hard to. No, not that. Those are soaked in gasoline. But some burnt wood, some
Quick
charcoal's
light.
good. Ginger is a big ticket.
I use ginger regularly for upset stomach.
Yeah.
It works.
Yep. And
Legit.
here's one that a lot of people don't know: Sprite. Sprite or a 7-Up.
Really?
That makes sense. That my mom used to have me drink like ginger ale or Sprite
Yeah.
when I
When
had
I
a
was sick, I would
grumpy
drink.
tummy.
Yeah, I would drink Sprite,
Tum
and I
Tum.
love it. It's refreshing.
All right.
That's
this
a cool
is good.
question. Could COVID lockdowns have helped the Great Barrier Reef because less people were out yucking it up on boats?
Sure. I mean, I doubt that's the reason, but I think that helped. Anytime you have less people in an environment, it helps it, you know, and especially like around the Great Barrier Reef, there's lots of golf courses up there and, you know, runoff from those golf courses and
Sure.
things like that into the ocean. If people aren't playing.
I did find it interesting that you were talking about how just maybe like they're adapting, right? Because at the end of the day, it's the rising temperature of the ocean that's killing them off, right?
Yeah, that's a big part of it. And we didn't talk about this on my Shark Week show because, it's a network and you have to be sensitive to everybody. But the walking sharks, the epaulet sharks, are because they walk out of the ocean and go into tide pools, they are so adapted to like low oxygen environments and high heat stress that they are thriving during global warming. As the seas are getting warmer, they're expanding their ranges. We found one in a whole new range, never before been known there. And in fact, I need to remember to post that and talk about that. And they're doing fantastic. I mean, I'm not saying global warming is a good thing, but this is like this funny little silver lining of this weird little species of shark that's like, things are great.
Well, it's always when people talk about global warming and like everything dying, it's like everything's not going to die. It's just going to be hostile for humans to live in, and whatever can adapt is going to adapt, right?
Yeah, but many things will disappear because of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of things are going to thrive even more too.
Once humans
just not
are gone,
humans.
then other things will thrive. There's been like 4 or 5 people have asked questions about the Carolina parakeet. Quinn's going to go do a little expedition herself.
Yeah, good for you. I don't think you're going to find it, to be quite honest. I don't want to be discouraging, but I think that where the Carolina parakeet existed is relatively developed and relatively well studied. I think, it's a little bit like the ivory-billed woodpecker situation, except the ivory-billed woodpecker would hang out in very, very remote, swampy areas, whereas the Carolina parakeet was pretty much where people are now.
Okay. So was it people that wiped him out, as far as you know?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I had to think about it.
Yes, we do have a Discord. Absolutely.
We do. It's in our thewildtimespodcast.com/info. That has all the links to everything. The Discord is great. So many just awesome people I've met in there and talked to throughout the months, man. Honestly, it's just such a great community. Even, it's a fantastic place to go and just talk animal.
I like James's comment. Can you scroll down, Kyle? He just said, I lost it.
James Izzard.
No, not that one. There was like one or two below that. He goes, I wish someone would tell Retep. He clearly doesn't know.
About what?
I don't know.
No, it's true.
I thought it was a funny comment. Yeah.
I'd like to address this because it's true.
I wonder if Retep knows. Kind of mean y'all aren't telling him.
Yeah.
I have no idea what he's referencing.
Here's my gift. I can just keep yammering and not make any sense. And on this podcast especially, I have faith that one of these two will bring it back. So that's why it works.
You've gotten a lot of love in this chat, too. There's been a lot of comments like, love Retep, here
well,
for
I'm the
Retep.
Everybody, they can relate to me.
You're
just
also
kind of
I got to tell you, too, you're on your what is that, beer number 4?
I think more.
Yeah.
It's nice to see because since the kid was born, you've really curtailed the drinking, and I like that you're just letting her rip today.
It is more than 4 because there were 6 in that bucket, and I haven't grabbed one, and I know you haven't grabbed one.
Yeah.
And
there
there's
was
a hazy IPA
I feel like you
here,
needed
too.
a day like today.
Absolutely.
Just
And
a reset.
hey, wife, if you're watching, I appreciate you.
And they're non-alcoholic. Smoke is your biggest fan, Retep.
Smoke, I love you.
What else do we got?
Angela Bradley. Is Retep part spider monkey?
I think it says money. I'm a spider money.
Oh, it does say money.
I am the furthest thing from a spider monkey. They're agile, right?
Brian Moz. Has anyone ever accidentally eaten an animal that was endangered or extinct where you found out later, like not extinct, but it's something that you wouldn't have eaten if you knew? It happened to me once.
Oh, yeah? Tell
Really?
your story.
Well, it's not that interesting, but I fucking was given a bowl of soup in Australia, in Melbourne, Australia.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know that it was shark because we went to this dinner where it was like they bring you the stuff.
Yeah.
And it was
Like
shark
set
fin
menu.
soup, and I felt pretty bad.
Well,
about
shark
it.
fin soup is like a super controversial thing where, I mean, it's not rare, but like people are kind of.
No, but you don't want to be eating it.
I wonder
Well,
if it's
is that
illegal there now. This
Probably.
was in 2001.
I don't even think it's illegal here.
Shark fin soup?
I don't think it's illegal.
It's definitely illegal in California.
Is it?
think.
It's
Can't
not
serve-
illegal to go kill sharks. I can go offshore tomorrow and shoot a
Well,
mako or reel
Can't
one in
serve
or whatever I
whale
like.
meat. I know serving whale meat's illegal.
Yes,
here.
I know that's illegal. But
Oh.
it's also illegal to kill a whale in California. It's not illegal to kill a shark in California. It's illegal to kill a great white shark, but no other species.
Really?
Interesting.
Really. You can go fishing for leopard sharks. You can go fish off anything. Yeah.
Forrest, I got a question for you, just of my own.
Should be.
I'll give you $10 for this.
Okay. Can you put it in the little thingy?
I will.
Okay.
I owe you 10. But I've been watching. I went down like a YouTube hole of these. It's basically about underwater cave divers and all the stories of all the people who have gotten into some real fucking shenanigans.
Okay.
Under there. Do you do cave diving?
Yeah, I'm tech certified in the cave diving. I've never done any like crazy exploratory cave diving, but I've done pretty good amount of it. I mean, I met a guy at Mitch's wedding. I met a guy who was a cenote explorer. He had mapped like hundreds of miles of cenotes in Mexico, and he invited me to go for a day with him. And he's like, I haven't been down this tube before. I don't know if anybody has. Do you want to come with? And he's like, we clip in and we go. And I'm like, yeah, let's go.
So when you say you clip in, there's a line.
He's setting the line as he goes.
Okay.
And he's like, clip into me, so if the silt gets fucked up, we've got the line to fall back out.
This is what I'm talking about. I was going to say, is it scary? Like,
Yeah, it sucks.
it's fucking scary. Like, why do you do it?
It's beautiful and it's interesting, and it's really scary when things start to turn, because you go from like, I'm in this beautiful cavern and everything's sparkling and crystally, and I'm seeing things that likely no human has ever seen before, like this piece of rock no human has ever seen before.
Yeah,
and then
I
one
get
swipe
that.
of the fin and it's like, and like
can't
all
see
the
anything.
silt gets clouded and you're in 0-foot visibility. And you're like, oh, this
Nightmarish.
isn't good.
Dude, I saw this. So when I was watching the documentary, I saw they went down into this cave, and then their exit, the way they came in, it filled with sand.
Yeah.
And the one guy eked through, and then one guy just died in there. And I'm like the whole line got buried to get them back. They couldn't
Yeah.
see anything. It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
I couldn't
nightmare.
imagine anything scarier.
I just got called out for being too stressed about
Holy
answering
shit!
the questions.
Rock and Rune.
Rock and
50
Rune
bucks.
says, please chance the more spicy content. I will watch tomorrow on the river having many beers. Thanks, Rock and Rune.
Well, I think you gotta pop your shirt off. He wants you to pop your shirt off.
I'll show it.
$50, dude. Show a nip for $50. Come on, look at that. Yeah, that's spicy right there. That's nice.
People are gonna turn it off now. Look at these breasts I've grown.
Patrick's face
But-
when Peter
No,
pulled his shirt off.
You know what it was? I was
These
just
breasts
I
that
was
I've grown,
impressed.
it's almost as if I've had them augmented to look so large.
Oh man, $50 will get you nudity on this show. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Imagine what 100 would do.
Ooh, freshwater
That's
fish.
a good question because I want to up my fish game. What's a good freshwater fish?
The best freshwater fish to eat, pacu. Do you know what that is?
Nope.
Can you pull up a picture, Kyle? It looks like a piranha. It lives in the Amazon.
Good luck spelling
And it's
that.
got PACU. It's got these big horse teeth, big flat teeth for grinding fruit.
Okay.
Unbelievable freshwater. I mean, salmon and trout are probably the best. But
Fuck that,
you know.
man. I love fish. I think salmon is disgusting.
Are you kidding me?
I do not
I can
like
eat salmon
salmon.
3 meals a day.
Kyle
Had it last night.
agrees. Kyle agrees with me. He's nodding.
Look at that. There's a pacu right there. The guy where never mind.
That's cool. It's got some
where the
weird
guy's
teeth.
holding it right there. Amazing eating fish. Like I would eat that every single day. It
Look
is
at those-
so good.
Look at those fucking teeth. Those are like human teeth.
Aren't they weird? Aren't they
Is
the
it-
weirdest teeth?
Is it low that I love catfish? Is that like a
No, it's
low
delicious.
thing? I love
It is.
catfish.
That's real
man.
trashy of you, though.
I
I also
love
like
it.
it, by the way, but only because every time you have catfish, it's deep fried.
Exactly.
No,
No?
dude. Blackened.
Oh, that's
There's
disgusting.
a place near me that does the blackened catfish.
I
boy.
I used to. That was like I used to be really big into catfish fishing, but it's like the kind of people that you hang out with fishing catfish and eating catfish. It's a lowbrow crowd.
But with fish, though, it's a lot about. I feel like good fish has a nice texture.
See Craig Berry's comment there?
Yeah, he agrees. Salmon is shit.
No, it's okay. It's got this is what makes a fish good, in my opinion, and nobody cares. But
I do.
It's got a nice texture, and it's not fishy,
Of
right?
course.
But like, I don't really taste the difference in fish.
Oh, dude, if I brought you a piece of sea bass and a piece of
Please
tuna,
do it.
and I should have, I didn't think of it. I would have gladly brought. My freezer is stuffed right now. If I brought you down a piece of yellowtail, a piece of halibut, and a piece of tuna, there's no way you couldn't tell me.
I
you
saw
can't
I saw
tell
that you
the
that
difference.
The
Liver
textures
King
are so
Liver
different.
King you gave him some tuna heads.
I sent him a whole tuna plus 3 heads.
Yeah.
So his chef, I'm like in communication with him quite a lot, and he's like, dude, bro, I saw your fishing yesterday on social media, so cool. He's like, what are you doing with those heads? I'm like, putting them in the trash.
I love that he hit you up for the heads.
Yeah. So I sent him a whole tuna plus 3 heads, and he ate them all up.
Dude,
eyeballs, everything.
Somebody made a comment, and somebody was asking for more spicy content, and somebody made a comment on one of the posts, and it was just all caps, and it was like Forrest, you're like something blah 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 about getting like tuna and like the fact that they're endangered or some shit. And in my head, I didn't want to comment because I don't want to do controversy.
So it was like a negative comment?
Yeah, negative comment about like Forrest Galante is bad for tuna or some bullshit. And I'm just like, yeah, but he's like,
It was a tuna that did it.
he's spearfishing it. Like you're. It's not like you're out there casting nets,
Right.
and fucking doing this shit. What do you have to say to these people?
Well, I'm not. I mean, that's whoever's writing that is obviously ill-informed, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you think that going out and spearing a fish, granted, if you're spearing a critically endangered fish, it's different. But if you think that going out and spearing a fish and eating it yourself is bad, you're just wrong. It's just not. It's just stupid. It's mass fishing.
Exactly. Yeah. It's sustainable hunting, and it's like you're out there doing what fucking the first
Where was
iteration.
this comment that got you so upset?
Dude, it was one of the thousands on one of the shorts that had a million views.
On
YouTube
TikTok?
short.
Oh, YouTube
short.
Gotcha.
I didn't send it to you.
That's fine.
When you put the stink bomb in someone's car, was her name Ida?
Yeah, is that Ida?
She's watching. She said after Peter publicly shamed me with his terrible prank, she wanted to know what me and Forrest think she should do to up the ante on you.
Ooh,
We have a truce.
Text me, Ida.
Listen, she fucking okay. I have again, and I hate to keep saying this. I have a young child freshly dealing with this bullshit. She releases a stink bomb in my only sanctuary in the house, which is my office, and she just fucking puts it in there.
We know. You told
Oh
us.
yeah, no, you got very
I
upset.
told you
Ida,
guys,
you
but
got
nobody
her-
else knows why
Ida,
I have
I'm gonna
done
get
it.
you a couple bullet ants in a jar. and
No,
I'm just gonna
bullet
give them to
ants
you,
aren't allowed.
and you do whatever you
Wait
like.
till the
with those.
kid's 25 and out of the house,
Ida,
please.
Send Forrest a DM with your address. He's gonna mail you some bullet ants
That's
Right? Yeah.
for his underwear
Yeah.
Freeze
jar.
dry.
You do whatever you want.
She also one time she gave me a drink, and at a party she was having, she put freeze dried crickets in it, dude.
I like Ida a lot more than I like
yeah,
you.
she sounds
yeah,
fun.
She sounds
She
fun
would
to be
good
around.
on the podcast, but I'm just saying, like, it's not like I just put a stink bomb in her car. She deserved it.
Yes, Ida, break the truce. Do break the truce.
Do it.
Keep this going. It's
Please.
fun for us to discuss. And I mean, the joy that Peter had waiting for you to open the door of your
Yeah,
car.
I
no
told him.
kidding.
I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
seen him that joyful in years.
It was fantastic.
Forrest, Galaxy Catwoman. Great
Yep.
name. What do you think? Any animals that are very intriguing to you in Ireland?
Huge one for me. But do you guys want to? Do you have anything to comment on
I
that? Can you
truthfully
think of
don't
anything?
know.
No. Can you
I
think of
have
anything?
no idea. Fish and chips. That's all I can say.
Well, you're in my ballpark. Very high up there for me on my bucket list. Beer number 5 is basking sharks, and they congregate off the coast of Ireland. So that would be
Charlie's
like
growling.
99% of my reason to go to Ireland.
How do
make
you catch
Charlie
them?
stop
Just with a
growling?
regular
No, you
hook?
don't
gotta
catch
go
them. You go
spearfish?
diving with them. They're like whale sharks. They're huge sharks.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you have Charlie stop growling and shaking?
Come here, Bubba. Come here, Bubba.
Oh, little nut stump, thank you. Forrest, you ever thought about looking for a lost population of Jaguars in New Mexico or Arizona?
I just saw news on this. Hefe is back. Can you pull this up, Kyle? Hefe the Jaguar. Haven't. I'm gonna butcher it, and I'm gonna do it live, and then people are gonna get upset. Hefe was a famous jaguar from the borderlands of Arizona, and he hadn't been seen since. Go to news, Kyle. Go to news. He hadn't been seen
Wait,
since.
it's a literal jaguar with spots?
Yeah. El
What?
Jefe, famed Arizona. Here we go. El
The
Jefe,
Jefe.
famed Arizona jaguar,
The
fared
boss.
dead, spotted in Mexico. So I just thought this was so great. El Jefe hasn't been seen since, I want to say 2015. I'm sure it says it here somewhere. And everybody thought he was dead, and then he popped up. So doesn't really directly answer your question, but jaguar from Arizona that I would have loved to have seen, caught on trail cam, whatever, and then he's still
So
around.
there are jaguars that have spots that are endemic to the U.S.
Not endemic, but there are jaguars that cross over that look like that.
From Mexico?
From Mexico. that follow the Sky Islands all the way up into Arizona and possibly New Mexico and pop back down.
Are jaguars endemic to Mexico or South America?
They're
is
native
the
to
best.
all the way from Arizona down to pretty far South America.
I
Forrest,
learned
close your
something.
eyes.
Pardon me?
Close your eyes, please.
Okay.
Because I want to just watch your face as I read this aloud to you. This
Okay.
is a
We need a
did-
single
I-
shot on
from
Forrest.
Clinton, 1978,
Okay.
and we're punched in on your single.
Okay.
Quote: "Cat fishermen are a lowbrow crowd?" Question marks. This from the guy who went on TV in the wilderness for days with his balls hanging out. LOL. Love you guys, but love catfishing too. We are a bit lowbrow.
See? Clinton's agreeing with me.
Yeah.
And by the way, I want to point out I was pretty into catfishing, but it just it's a vibe. Oh, that's a call right there.
Dude, that
That is a call.
you're lowbrow, mate.
I didn't say I wasn't.
What do we got here? Rock and Ruin again.
Yep.
$20. Thank you,
Dude, you're
man.
going to go broke.
By the way, appreciate everybody who's fucking throwing us some cash.
This
It
is,
gets these guys to come around, do this shit in person, set up the studio.
Rock and Ruin,
Love
is,
you.
I happen to know for a fact, is one of Warren Buffett's kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to keep it coming.
Yeah.
Did we do Bizarre Animal of the Week? Where's that? You guys want to do a Bizarre Animal of the Week?
Absolutely, live.
I got it.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. Forrest's gonna get up, show. Actually, Forrest's legs look super fucking ripped, dude.
Nah, they're tiny.
That quad
Meager,
definition's
meager.
looking
No,
fly.
who's looking at his quad? How did you even see that? He's
Because
got.
it goes down into his knee. It's
Look
like
at
two
his
knees.
pencil calves.
Bro,
Dude, I should have
he's
worn the
looking
shorts.
shredded.
This is ludicrous.
All right, so we're gonna do a bizarre animal of the week. The first person to guess it live gets to then ask any question they want, and we have to answer it.
Any question, make it real good.
Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
do it right
Got
now.
my notes. This is Bizarre Animal of the Week.
Dun,
Okay.
dun.
This animal is endangered due to overhunting. Okay? Overhunting.
Could be a
Dodo
lot of things.
bird.
Could be a lot of things. It's all right. We're going to narrow it in.
Yeah, let's let these guys.
This animal spends its life in the water. And ready for this?
Yeah.
It can lay over 100 eggs.
Quick question. What's water?
It's water with an H. Yeah. Let's see. Are we getting any guesses yet? Okay. So far we know that it's an endangered animal from overhunting. It spends its life in the water and can lay
That's
over
airline.
100 eggs.
Bro, my hair is fucking tight. Are you kidding me? My hairline is.
Really has
When was the
gotten
last
long.
time he washed that?
You only wash every other day, mate.
All right, come on. Bizarre Animal of the Week. Here we go. This animal that lays over 100 eggs and lives in the water and is endangered buries itself in the sand, waiting to ambush prey.
Okay, hang on. 100 eggs every time in the sand, aquatic.
Yeah.
Yep.
People are
Okay.
guessing. People are guessing.
Okay, we got chicken of the sea. Yeah, that's
Kyle,
kinda
you know
cute.
what it is, right? Yeah, okay. So you're looking to
Has
see if
anyone
anybody
gotten
gets
it yet?
No.
No
It
one's
gets
gotten
way
it yet
crazier.
from Kyle. Not even close, y'alls.
This animal that's endangered that spends its life in the water laying 100 eggs and burying in the sand has specially evolved hands and feet to help it move through the water at extremely high speeds.
It has hands and feet. Mm-hmm. And it's
Yikes.
laying eggs.
I'm terrified of
I
this
didn't know
thing
humans
already.
could do that.
And it breathes air.
It's Retep smoke. He
Is
said
that it?
again.
Nope.
Okay.
I have many more.
It's a upside down bracket smiley face.
Okay. Let us know when someone gets it, Kyle.
Yep, I'm watching.
Keep going.
It is found from Pakistan and all the way to India and Malaysia.
Isn't Pakistan landlocked?
Okay. Continue
Maybe.
until someone gets it.
Interesting.
Guys,
It
we
has
could
a
be here a
narrow
while.
head, which makes it better to hunt prey.
How dare you, Tom Shelley?
Okay, you guys narrowing it down to anything?
I'm not even guessing. I'm just looking at the guesses.
I'm
I
just
can't
waiting
wait.
for them to answer.
I'm just
All right,
watching
We'll
Kyle's
I'm
comment
going
on
to
it.
narrow this down, and then we're going to get some answers here. We'll see if anybody gets it.
Galaxy
okay?
Catwoman is very excited about her answer.
Okay, here we go. This is one of the largest turtles in the world.
It's a
Okay.
turtle.
The elephant turtle?
The Pakistani sand turtle.
I'm seeing some good guesses. So, our bizarre animal of the week, which is endangered due to overhunting. It spends its life in the water. It breathes air and lays over 100 eggs. It buries itself in the sand and has specialty evolved hands and feet to help it move at high speeds through the water. Ranges from Pakistan to India and Malaysia.
Wait, Pat,
has
guess.
a narrow head for hunting prey. It's a type of turtle. You have
Pat,
to guess.
You got one?
I'm going to say it's the Asian side.
I'm going to go the Illinois snapping turtle.
So close.
The Pakistan turtle.
This is the narrow-headed turtle.
Oh, great!
And I gave you that with this has the narrowest head of any turtle.
Exactly.
But
you
look it up real quick. It's not a Cantor's. That's a good guess, though. It's Chitra indica is the Latin, the narrow-headed turtle. Very, very cool turtle.
When you said hands and feet, is that just the little flappers?
Yeah, but soft-shell turtles really do have, like, hands and feet. Like,
What's
they're not
the-
like flippers.
What's the
Kyle,
word
can
you
pull
taught
it
me
up?
recently? That about the
Prehensile.
prehensile. Okay.
Yeah.
They do
And-
not have a prehensile tail.
Okay, so they can't grasp
They're
things
not
with
very.
their
Turtles
tail.
are not good at climbing
Okay,
trees.
prehensile. I learned something.
All right. That's bizarre animal of the
Narrowhead
week.
turtle, Quinn's Wildlife.
Well,
Look at that beautiful thing. I've always wanted to see one of these in the wild. So bizarre.
Yeah, so I mean, what is bizarre about it as a layman?
Well, just look at it, dude. Look at its face.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Well, I mean, I don't know how to tell you that. Like,
What's
That looks
weird
like a
about it?
micro penis.
it's a micro penis of turtle faces.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Love it. I like turtle. Wayne Gretzky.
All right, what else we got? Forrest, I know a great place in the West Coast where you can find the greatest hokey pokey ice cream. Okay, well, that's a nice comment, the Amberger, but you need to tell me where it is.
Yeah,
guy.
you got to tell. Well, he was
Yeah.
waiting for you to read it.
What are you
You know
doing?
that there's a type of ice cream called Tiger Tail that is orange sherbet or sherbet laced with black licorice.
Is that
Ew,
good?
that's
It's a real
disgusting.
thing.
And it's
and
disgusting.
I'm guessing
it sounds
it's
horrible.
striped, like the way
Yeah,
they do like
it's striped
bubblegum
like a
ice cream
tiger,
and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Daniel Cool
Two
just
scoops
said
of
that that
bubblegum,
is the
please.
retep of turtles. I do not appreciate that.
Hey, by the way, if you're tuning in live, have you been blob fishing? Like, this is important.
Yeah, guys.
So explain what blob
Ladies.
fishing is so that everybody knows
Yeah,
what
so
it
we
is.
brought this up on the last podcast. What do we say? The top winner, the top three? What
Top
do we say?
three. Top
the
three
top
get
three
merch.
entries of blob fishing are going to win free merch like this. My spirit
what-
animal blobfish
All
shirt.
we're asking you to do is take a picture
Take a picture.
of you looking like a blobfish face.
All you have to do is your best blobfish face. That's it. It's not
Tag
One,
us.
one more time, Forrest.
Oh
It's pretty-
God,
it's
with the
pretty good.
beard, it looks.
The little tongue and the spittle coming
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah. So I might win the free merch.
So tag us on Instagram. One guy made a new account and just called it Blobfishing something XX.
Yeah.
And win a shirt, man. Win a
Yeah,
shirt.
come on. Let's do some
And
blob fishing
hashtag
here.
Blobfishing.
Yeah, hashtag blobfishing. Tag us. Just be smart about it. Just do it.
Just do it, man.
Yeah.
Let's make this bigger than planking. Because I think if, like, let's say you only need 10, 20, 30,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
It starts that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Planking was dumb as shit. People were eating Tide Pods.
Right.
Everyone should be
Right.
blob fishing.
Yeah,
And then
if
you
you're
post
eating
it on
if
TikTok.
you're the kind of kid that ate a Tide Pod, please, for God's sakes, get into blob fishing.
Dude, what about the adults that ate Tide Pods?
You're a special
Yeah.
kind of person, Peter.
Before we go, Retep is going to shotgun the beer. We
Yes.
did talk about that.
I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get a beer.
Forrest's
for
going to
Retep.
go get it. Somebody asked, just shake your head yes or no, Forrest. Have we ever tried to get Jeremy Wade on the podcast? No, not yet. No. We don't, nobody, I don't know him. I don't think, you don't know him, do you, Forrest? Do you know him?
No.
Okay.
Is he Dwayne Wade, related to Dwayne Wade?
He's the River Monsters guy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Very handsome, charming. I think he's British.
Yeah, I've heard of River Monsters.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right, what do
see.
we got here?
Forrest is getting the beer that Retep's going to shot.
This is going to be a nightmare, Pat. You saw what happened last time. Can somebody help me with the instructions, or do I just have to do it on my own?
What?
The shotgun.
Well, I feel like that sort of defeats the point of doing it. 'Cause
All right.
We want to figure out if you've learned how to do it yet.
Okay.
So if I tell you how to do it,
I think I know.
know.
I think I just went over it in my head, and I think I know.
Forrest, does Galaxy Catwoman annoy you with her Instagram messages?
It's in the closet, mate. It's warm.
It's warm.
Even worse.
Oh, that's... Forrest, does Galaxy Catwoman annoy you with her Instagram messages?
Ooh,
Galaxy
John Davenport
Catwoman.
brings up a great point. Are we skipping back? Just a pantry. Are we skipping Battle
No,
Royale?
you said,
or-
of course not, Galaxy
we have to do
Catwoman.
a Battle Royale.
Hey, Forrest, when are you going to Papua New Guinea?
Hey, Pat, look at me. We don't need to always answer the questions. We can just talk.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. Well, you know.
What's
we'll
going
answer
on
this
in
one.
life, man?
What item are you stealing from This is fun. We don't do this that often. These guys have great ideas.
Me and Forrest do this every week. Where are you?
Really?
Yeah.
Have you been?
Yep.
I didn't know.
All right, here we go.
Ooh, we got a super chat. Another one from Rock and Rain, dude. He's like, wow, thank you.
I'm just going to laugh at Rock and Rain.
Hey, Kyle, screenshot that. It's got to go on the Instagram. Blob fishing is when you struck out at the club and you just want to suck in.
Oh, it's like a frown.
No, I get it. I'm glad he paid $20 for that comment.
I told you, he's
love
Warren
you.
Buffett's grandchild.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining our
Well, wait,
100th
we got to do a
episode.
battle royale.
Yeah, we said we were going to do that
Oh,
one.
yeah. Do we have? Oh, the dinosaur one. Oh,
Yes.
God. Oh, God.
All right, thank you guys. We're going to do the BR, the Battle Royale.
Battle Royale.
Battle royale. Is there a jingle, Kyle?
Do-do-do-do. About it, dee
Not on a live. All right, so the Battle Royale, if I'm not mistaken, is this. You are going to pick 3 components of dinosaurs that you know,
Yep.
and we're going to fight them till the death. And
Okay.
the bros-
Just prehistoric creatures.
prehistoric creatures. Doesn't have to be
Yeah.
dinosaurs. Yeah.
And we also don't get mad if we say something's a dinosaur that's not. We
I'm
don't know
using
the
marine
difference.
reptiles, whoever said that.
Yeah.
That's
This
not a
will
thing.
literally be impossible for me without Google, but I'll try.
No, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Snake draft, and Patrick goes first.
Okay. I'm going to start with the body. Because everything scales up to the body size.
Right.
I have an opportunity to go for size here.
You do?
So I'm going to go, it's got to be prehistoric. I don't know if blue whales lived back then.
I think they did.
That feels like a
That's-
cheap out.
That's
All
something.
right, I'm taking
Kyle,
the-
are you going to be able to pull up pictures of each critter as we go here? Thank you.
I'm going to pick the body classic of a Brachiosaurus.
Okay.
I want that
Brachiosaurus.
thick, stout, big body so that everything
Let's
else
take a look.
scales
We're
up.
going to see it on the TV now, just so you're aware. Just so the tech side of you can understand this.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
that's the
appreciate
body
that.
I want. I want
Yeah.
my creature that
It's
size.
true. I wouldn't have known what that looked like.
Is the neck included in the body? It's part of the body.
It's part of the
It's
body.
not part of the head.
It's part of the
Yes.
body, yeah.
Yes, that's the best answer.
Okay? Great.
Okay.
You're up.
So I'm in the middle. I am going to go with the head of a crocodile. It's prehistoric.
It is. It's just so soft.
F off. I need my Google. Dude.
I am going to opt
Dude, look at
for...
that, by the way. Look at those teeth. Fuck
Yes,
off.
that
If
is
you
a
put that on
crocodile.
a big body, it might be a little scary.
Yep. Yep. You know what? I'm going
Put
to
it on
take
a
the
bird.
body of a woolly rhinos.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
an extinct animal, a prehistoric creature. And with that,
It's going to be pretty small compared to mine.
with that, yes, look at that. Fantastic.
Why can't that still be around?
I know, we need them. So I've got the body of a woolly rhinoceros, and that is going to be on the limb structure, because it's not legs,
Right.
limb structure of a velociraptor, which we now know is like part feathers, very fast.
Disgusting.
It's yeah. Look at that first picture. That'll any of the ones where you see the feathers. We now know it's
Okay.
like that. Very fast. Got the tail for balance there. We're gonna add that into the
Pat,
limb
your
structure.
turn?
No, you're up.
No, you're up.
Yeah, battle royale.
Crocodile head, what are you going to do?
I'm going to put this on a body, obviously, of a T-Rex. Thank you.
Okay, crocodile with a T-Rex head, which is just a slightly worse T-Rex.
Correct. Yeah.
Cool. So I've got this big, stocky body. I've
Yep.
got to give it an incredibly intimidating head.
Yes.
So I have no choice but to go with a megalodon head.
Wow.
Ooh.
On that neck, swinging around. The Brachiosaurus, now here's why I didn't go Brontosaurus. Brachiosaurus has a much thicker neck to support
True.
this giant.
Still a pretty small head by scale, though.
It's gonna be pretty big when
Okay.
you see it up close. Because
Okay.
I mean, look at the guy standing in the megalodon fucking jaw, man.
Yeah.
That's a-
No,
that's a
that's
small
big.
head?
That's big.
That's a
I
small head?
hope it can support that weight.
Well, it definitely can't take on my
it's-
Crocorex.
Your worst
Shell.
T-Rex.
And limb structure is a great way of putting it.
Yeah.
Because I, believe it or not, don't want this to be a land animal.
Interesting.
Olamo,
And
no.
because the wings will scale up, I'm giving it the wings of a pterodactyl.
Wow.
This will be
No
a
feet.
flying
This
creature.
is a disaster. of
He's
a
got no
critter.
feet.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's very terrifying.
It's horrific.
So you've thrown those wings on the body of, what was the body?
A brachiosaurus.
Yes.
And with a megalodon head.
That's-
There's nothing you can say.
Yeah, that's a lot. There's a lot going on. All right, what do you got?
I honestly can't even think of one other prehistoric animal. So I will be going with
Mosquito.
the limb structure. Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
Sure.
The limb structure of Pat's mom. She's prehistoric.
Oh, God.
All right, I'm going with the limb structure of.
Patrick's he's mentally signing off.
No.
I'm going with
enjoying
the
drunk
limb
attack.
structure because this is the only other one that I know, and I don't even know if it's prehistoric. I'll say a dodo bird.
Oh, boy. That's something.
That's going to be a waddling
Yeah.
T-Rex with a
Get it,
crocodile.
It's
Duck
literally just a bad T-Rex. He just took a T-Rex and made it worse in every way.
But isn't that every animal you take the body of?
If the challenge was just make a T-Rex 80% worse, we've done it. All right, Forrest, how do you want to round out your creature?
I've got the body of a woolly rhinoceros on velociraptor legs. I'm going to go ahead and give it a mosasaur head. Talked about him earlier.
You love
I gotta
that
see
mosasaur.
this thing. What's
You
a
gotta
mosasaur?
come. Can you bring the comments back up, Kyle? You gotta come to the Tucson Rock and Mineral Show with me next year.
I would love to.
It is so fun, and there were so many mosasaur artifacts and full intact mosasaur, pretty
Yeah,
intact
that's
skeletons
amazing.
that were for sale. I mean, they're like a couple $100,000.
Sure. Yeah, no, we're not buying one, but we'll go look at them.
Yeah, it's real fun.
Yeah, no, that's my critter. So let's see in the comments. I don't know if anybody has commented on who won
Here it
what,
goes.
but
What's a bootleg Spino? Oh, mosasaur heads were not that impressive. Boom.
I thought it looked scary.
what do you mean it's not that impressive? Did you see its head, Brolicolio?
What was that tongue twister I made up earlier?
You need. Okay. All right. Pat's animal cannot breathe. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Let's
Why?
get the head
That's
of
okay.
a shark. Nah, that's not how we play that.
Ooh,
yeah, it's
saber-tooth. Somebody brought it up.
technicality.
Smash that like button.
Pat W. I saw that. Pat slams. Yes, keep them coming.
Dude, my dodo bird feet are terrifying.
Smash that like button, Kyle, whatever that means to Rock and Ruin. Just smash it. I don't know what
smash
he's
it.
saying, but just do it.
Thanks, Rock and
Smash
Ruin.
it.
Yeah, thank
Like
you.
Pat's mom got smashed
All right.
before it was
Nope,
conceived.
we're done with that.
We've built up. She watches this and listens to it.
Yeah.
As does the rest
I
of my
apologize. I actually do love you that you produce this beautiful human being over here. I'm just making jokes. Don't cancel me.
All right.
All right. It's time.
It's the 100th episode. We've had a big live episode. We've
I
talked.
thought we were done.
No.
There's something to do.
There's a nice, warm,
There's some business
hazy.
to tend to.
Knife too. Somebody get a fucking. I can't even stand up. I'm hammed.
He is hammed.
All right.
It's gonna go all over the couch if he does it there. Let's move this table
sure you're
out.
still in
Oh,
the
here
wide
comes
shot.
Charlie. Charlie.
Owen
you're usually
Roberts
pretty
I'm not.
nice
I'm
to
not
it.
happy about this. But I'll do it for you. 100
All right.
episodes. You can't really.
Do you know what to do? Do you understand the premise of
He
shark
asked
hunting?
me,
and
and I
video?
said that defeats the purpose. That
No, I'm not going to tell him. I was just asking if he knows
I
what
think
to do.
we just have to see what he does.
Wait, you got to come back. Go back to your corner so that the brosners can see you. Hold up. Whoa, you just pulled the mic. You are hammed.
This is
You are
going
ham.
as smoothly.
Kyle, can you jump to the camera and widen out so that we can see him, his full body? Hold on. We're going to get Kyle to get on.
He'll do it right there.
Okay. Here we go.
That's Kyle's pinned in there.
All right. This is big.
I'm moving
This
away
is
because I
big.
don't want to get.
Eric Opperman says, better not spill a drop, and he means it. Oh, boy. I don't know if I open it. Kyle, please tell me you're watching this.
I know what to do.
Okay. Do we have towels? He did do it though. He did
did it right.
Sort of right.
He
Like
did
it
it
was
right.
not far off
It
at
was
all.
the right process.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh, that is. He center punched the beer. There's so much much beer on the floor. Happy 100th, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Good night.
That's